She's a itty bitty spider with a itty bitty letter and a string jacket round her waist. When she gets a bite, you better run, you better hide, better pray that you're not worth the chase.
Yeah, she might be pretty, but I promise it gets scary. Once she wants your daddy and she finds out where you live, creeping in the shadows, eating poisoned apples. She's nothing like you ever seen. Her mood goes up and down and round and round, and ain't no telling what she might do next. Cause she's a itty bitty spider with a itty bitty letter, and she might just come for you. Should always sleep with one eye open. You better keep in mind to always look over your shoulder. Cause when you think you're safe, just stay awake. She's moving closer. Cause she's a itty bitty spider with a itty bitty letter, and she might just come for you. She's a snake crawling, creeping on the floor. If you give her time of day, baby, that's your first mistake. She will swallow you whole, for you know you're controlled by a sweetheart criminal. Never thought that she's a itty bitty spider with a itty bitty letter. You should always sleep with one eye open. You better keep in mind to always look over your shoulder. Cause when you think you're safe, just stay awake. She's moving closer. Cause she's a itty bitty spider with a itty bitty letter, and she might just come for.
I will come for you.
Ring a rose, there's a pocket full of posies. A tissue, we all fall down. Ring a roses, I'm watching, did you notice? I'm gonna miss you when you fall down. I'm like the plague, and maybe that's why everyone runs from me. But I'm not being vague, I'll sing you to sleep. Good night. Take your last breath, 'cause once you see me, I'm like the Black Death. Yeah, I'm coming to get you. I've got my black eggs and no one's gonna bless you. Ring a rose, there's a pocket full of posies. A tissue, we all fall down. Ring a roses, I'm watching, did you notice? I'm gonna miss you when you fall down.
Alone now, there's no hero, and all the ones we lost no longer here. So waiting for your tears, is this the fun part? Was that stop your heart? I'm singing.
Ring a rose, the pocket full of roses. A tissue, we all fall down. Ring a roses, the pocket full of roses. I'm gonna miss you when you fall down. Take your last breath, 'cause once you see me, I'm like the Black Death. Yeah, I'm coming to get you. I've got my black eggs and no one's gonna bless you. Ring a roses, the pocket full of roses. A tissue, we all fall down. Ring a roses, the pocket full of roses. I'm gonna miss you when you fall down.
Hello, everybody. Happy Sunday. Happy Sunday. Hope everybody had a great Saturday and did whatever the heck you wanted to do. I hope you did whatever you wanted to do. I know I did. I enjoyed myself yesterday. Let me tell you, honey. The day is 10/12 of 2025. Today in this house is Sunday night steak night, baby. Hope you guys are feeling great. Hopefully, you got some really good sleep. You did what you do in the morning, the coffee, the all of the stuff, right? Hope you guys are feeling fantastic. Oh my goodness, what in the world? We got secret video or dirty delete videos, secret recordings of APS calls. We got all of it today. And we're also going to start going down the timeline. All right. So I need to know if anyone that is a member, meaning your name is green, that has access to a Facebook, that has access to YouTube, that is computer savvy, that wants to do a private project with me. And how we're going to do this private project is you're going to email me. I need 4 people. Okay. 4 people. Each person's going to have an individual thing that I'm going to ask them to do, and we're going to come and put it all together. All right. No, you don't have to come on panel. I can't get the information. It's too much. It's too time consuming. So I'm reaching out to my people in the green suits and dresses to, if they would like to give me a hand. Um, so I'm going to put my email in the chat, or somebody can, and email me. And if I don't choose your name or anything, it's not because I got something, we got a problem. It's just I'm picking 4 people that have access. I only need access to Facebook and YouTube so we can do some private stuff. But anyway, okay, if you're interested, let me know. All right, so we're going to get to this today. I'm not a member, but I love the help. Okay. Yeah. Does anyone drop me down? Because if someone can put my email in there, um, I will, you know, whoever emails, that's what we get, right? So I'm working on a private project. Okay. All right. So what we're gonna do today is we're going to go, oh, what the heck? That's me. I'm gonna go to our handy dandy playlist. Going to the handy dandy playlist. All right. So, the damn dirty delete. I can't stand someone that dirty deletes, right? If you private it for people's private information, that's one thing. But, whenever you're in an investigation for fraud, I don't know if that's probably what you should be doing. I don't know if that's what you should be doing is dirty deleting. All right. My sleuthing skills, I'm out. You sound freaking bad, right? Let me put it in here. All right. So there we go. All right. Okay. They send you a pic of. Okay. So we're gonna go ahead and share this. I put it in there. If I get any mean emails, save yourself. Just relax. Hey, Facebook. So this is from Eric's Facebook. Okay. This is not my content. I'm using it underneath the Fair Use Act. And we're going to have a little talk about the Fair Use Act. We're going to have a little talk about how you're going to spread your information around if you want to get information around. Content creators or people that review stuff can be very helpful for you to navigate and get what you need done. Okay? So I wouldn't shoot myself in the foot, somebody. I'm just putting it out there. So, just to prove that it was him, I wanted to show you, but we have to put something over it for fair use. All right. And it's good to see everybody in the chat. Sunnyside, Lady Blindfold, Leave It to Beezer, freaking Fabulous and Friends, Kai Mom, TNT. Let me see what else is in here real quick. Debbie, scroll up the chat. There's more. I see that there's more in here. I'm not going to try to scroll up because then, get lost in here and then we're all, hey, good to see you. Captain Avi, Sunnyside, thanks for coming and mod. You too, Sophia. I appreciate you. If you weren't here on Friday Night Live, we had so much fun. If anyone freaking sees Brutally Honest, we need to get a hold of her. We need to get a hold of her because we made her song for her cat. So, damn it. All right, so let's get to this. And we're going to play something over my phone because Mr. Brian says that he has got everything copywritten. So we're not even going to show his face. It may bite you in the butt, sir, because if you want people to help you in the future with the Whitaker donations, like you're claiming, then you need to have that shared out, right? You need that information shared out. A lot of people don't have Facebook, but if I share the information, if they want to donate, you know where I'm going with this, right, sir? Okay, well, I would be easy with people in that copyright. Oh, I'm going to copyright, everybody. I'm not. I'm just putting out the facts. Check. Okay, let's go. So, let me make sure I tell you when this was from. Okay, this was actually from 1 month ago, but I can give you the exact date. Okay, September 8th. So right after, you know what happened. Okay, so September the 8th. But for everyone that didn't want to, wanted to see the video, here it is. Okay, here we go.
I don't know what to tell you. I'm trying to find out something. This was a recipe for disaster. We went 3 days in a row to get that protective order. 2 days we got denied. After the first 2 days it got denied, and I'm going to get comments out of here, guys. I can't.
So I would like to know why he removed this. I know why.
Look at that. That's why I haven't been on social media.
This is his dirty delete. This is on his, Eric is live on his Facebook. This is his Facebook being called the dirty delete. Okay. Hey, Julie. Hey, Mama Bear. Hey, Pindar. Good to see you.
Look at it. Not after what's going on. We went 2 days to get a protective order, and then we didn't get it. The only option we had at that point was to get adult protective services involved. And then me and Timmy went and met with Adult Protective Services one day. Timmy was claiming not claiming, he told us he had been beat by BJ. Betty said she had. Larry never told us he was, but Betty told us that she saw BJ hit him. Then, when we were supposed to be meeting with Adult Protective,
but I want you guys to remember why. We'll talk. No, I didn't watch that. This was off Psychology Eats is the one that grabbed it. I don't know if it's the entire live, but here we go. So this is Psychology Eats. She snagged it, probably recorded it in real time, saved it. Like that's what we do a lot of the time because people like to delete things.
Services, and Betty was supposed to be going with me, which they were meeting her to give her 8 hours of caretaking. She no-showed and was off with Brandon. That's when Adult Protection Services came down there, because at this point, I'm broadcasting all over Facebook that I'm wanting them to do what just happened. They came down there, told Betty, no, he's trying to build you a home. Which, guys, as of a couple of days ago, the Amish had agreed, we had permits, everything was ready to go, until I saw you-know-who back on their property. It's gonna get good. I never went home. You people, some of you that didn't know me, you're about to find out.
He said, you about the FAFO? Okay.
Give me a second. The emotions are high.
I mean, are you surprised, freaking fabulous? Are you surprised? I can't wait. Oh boy. I mean, you guys, I want you guys to listen and make your own decisions. I am not here to, steer you any other way. Okay. I just want you guys to make your own decisions. Everything that I say during this live is from my observation of public videos and public videos. Please do your own research and verify your own facts. Make your own educated opinion. Do not just run with what people say. Run down that trail, and verify. If we've made a mistake, or whatever, let us know. We'll try to correct it. But everything that's stated here is not factual information. Oh, I'm going to put it out there. We're just speculation nation over here.
We were told when we got the protective order that if Betty talked to BJ or Larry, not just BJ, someone saying Patrick saying this is because of BJ. I mean, probably is. She's not supposed to be there, guys. She got caught cutting down telephone wire, melting the casing off, and $25,000 worth of copper line. That I've been told, allegedly, get this, that Larry knew about it too. The copper. Yeah, it gets better.
I mean, you guys read each other's comments, because I mean, really, can you imagine giving something to someone on the internet that you really don't know? Like, what? I'm sorry, that's just wild to me. It's wild to me. Because remember, he came in and sort of communicate. We're going to go through the timeline. We're going through that timeline today, honey.
Give me a second.
I mean, I think this is kind of orchestrated a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Okay, let's go.
So then, all of this goes down. They say he's trying to get you to home. We try to make this like water under the bridge. On Thursday, we go to the Amish. That was the day, I guess, that the court date was. Guys, I was told 10 days. 10 days from that day is what we had with that protective order. If you go back to every live, that's what I said. I, honest to God, thought we had 10 days. Now, the first 2 days when we were talking, I could have swore I saw.
So we're going to go over the timeline and we're going to walk it out, right? We're going to walk it back, forward, backwards.
Oh, like a September 9th or 10th date. But regardless, and you'll find out what.
Right. So, in my opinion, this is my opinion on it. Was it 10 days or was it 10 business days? Regardless, I mean, 10 days would have been like a Saturday. So 10 days would have been like Tuesday, which would have made more sense. But we're going to look at it. 10 business days or 10 actual calendar days? Or was it 10? Right, weekends don't count. That's what I'm saying. But, I'm not the smartest tool in the shed, Cryptic. You know what I mean? Wink, winky, winkety wink. You know what I mean?
Why? I'm out here going to the Amish. I'm out here getting building permits. I'm out here taking.
Honey, child, I mean, hello. Like, never mind. I don't want to be an ornery butt today. I just want to go. Right, Cryptic, we're on the same page, baby.
Everybody doing everything. I was the only one doing anything. Literally, the only one doing anything until my friends got here. Which makes me so angry.
Let's not keep in mind. Well, we're gonna go. Never mind. I gotta stop it, guys, because you guys know the deal. Copyright strikes and shit. So, but he's the only one that's done anything ever. Right? You on Sunny side. You asked for it, mister. She did remain calm. She did. Captain Avi, where's it at, honey? Let me go up here. I am trying to make sure I multitask better, because I got a little sloppy, and I have to admit it, I got sloppy and lazy. I didn't open up. Oh, damn it. Why? I'm trying to go back up. It won't let me. Okay, here we go. It was stuck on stupid. Don't you have court before the 10 days is up? I think it was a temporary court. So it was like, come back in 10 days. They had a temporary restraining order. And then in 10 days, they were to go to court to get like an official restraining order, like for an extended period of time. So I am multitasking better today. I have my Google Chromebook with the chat onto the right side of me, and then my actual laptop that I stream from in front of me. So hopefully I can get to the stuff a little quicker and not get lost in the chat. Okay.
What seemed like a normal day, we went, talked about the permits. I came on, give you guys the live, let you see what was going on, flood zones, everything that's going on.
You didn't show us shit. You didn't show us no paperwork. You said you got the permits, everything. Everything was everything. Everything was kosher. Sunnyside, you're doing great, baby. I got lazy last week. I was tired. I'm sorry.
And I told Betty, they're not going to allow you to put the home there. One, it's supposedly not even your property, where your home is right now, and it's in the flood zone, all the way over to where Larry's house was, where the camper went. There was a piece of property on the very back that was flat, where they could have built. And guess what? They wouldn't have been where they were, could have got a new address where people aren't showing up to their house in the middle of the night. It would have been perfect. They could have been isolated. I came, told Betty about that. Everything was good. Everything. She said, I like that idea. Patrick told me at one point in time that Betty said she didn't want her house back there. Even though in a video, Betty tells me, I always wanted a house back there. My sister Judy used to be back there. Well, and then I'm here for Patrick. Well, Betty doesn't want her house back there. When I say something to Betty, but Eric, I never said that. Regardless, we went walking the property. I was going to try to find out what was going on. I noticed when I was walking the property on the backside, there is a place called Devil's Backbone. I found 2 campfires.
Right. Betty liked being by the road. Betty liked watching the cars go by. They seen people. They seen the mailman and all that. So I don't think she wanted to be back in the holler, way back in the back. I don't believe that. I think she enjoyed watching people come and go. She did. And they all did. I think they like to see people come and go down the road. So I don't really believe that. You know, I believe that 100%.
So definitely eyebrow.
Yeah, it's not like they had it wasn't like they lived out by, an expressway, I-55 or the Stevenson, that's those are Chicago expressways. It's not like they live by the Stevenson, for the love of God.
Right? Betty tells me that Timmy, or Lorraine is missing Timmy. And I know she was. She loves her son, guys. She loves her son. And she said, do you mind bringing him back? And I was like, is he still going to be able to go to Georgia with me? Yes, he'll be able to go to Georgia. Just make sure he calls her. I was like, I will. I'll make sure he calls every day. She said, he doesn't have to call every day. Just I said, no, he'll call every day. Went back. My friend Robert Mast, who had flown out from Idaho, almost 78 years old, had a former Amish friend that lived 4 hours away that drove all the way up here to see him. So we took him back to meet with at the Airbnb. And then while we was doing that, I got Timmy. Timmy did not want to go back, but I told him, you got to go see your mom. Okay, but everything was going to be good. I had gotten Lorraine some special chips from the Amish. I kept chips in the back of my vehicle, and I would give her a bag at a time. The second I got out of that vehicle, I see those hands. And I wanted to react then, but I'm getting information about what's going on, guys. I said, I'm going to go up, talk to Lorraine, and have that moment with her before I ask about the camper. And what pissed me off is when I did that, after I did that, I said, Larry, who's in the camper? Nobody's in the camper. Larry, who's in the camper? I didn't even play it off. I just kept going. He was going to lie to me. I went back and rewatched. There was a guy that has a channel, YJ the author, I think. He was the closest one on his coverage, guys. I want you to know, bud, I was really respected your work. You were about 95% correct, because there's so much. The internet's loose and people make your accusations in the comments. You have no idea what you're talking about, and you're about to get the true story. Once I find out what's going on, everything that happens in the dark will come to the light. And I think it's about to now. I beg anybody that is involved with what's going on right now, come to me. I'm an open book. I have nothing to hide. I forgot what I was talking about. There's so much. I don't know what's going to happen. When I know, I will let you know. But here's the thing. When Adult Protection Services came down there, Betty told them about the abuse and everything that was going on. When BJ showed back up in that house, guys, and you know how many people I've been watching.
Now, on the past videos, we've seen how that came about, right? we seen how that all came about. There, in my opinion, and just in my opinion, this is not stated as a fact. From my observation of the public videos, it seemed like there was a little sway and there was a little bit of coercion there to get them to say what they wanted. All right. There was, with the abuse. Now, if you go back into Mark's videos, you know, over the years, you had seen Timmy with the scrape on top of his head. Some people that have some sort of disability, sometimes they have tics. Sometimes they have certain things that cause them to pick at sores, pick at things. All right. So that mark on top of Timmy heads did not come from BJ smacking him with a shoe. The shoe situation came from a dog attacking Timmy. She was beating the dog off with the shoe and accidentally hit Timmy. But the narrative they're running here is not right. The narrative they're running is they leave the whole attack of the dog out. They just say the part BJ hitting with the shoe. Am I saying that BJ wasn't verbally aggressive or hounded them to death to give them money? Probably. She's an addict. But do I think that she was over there just beating the dog snot out of everybody every day, all day long? Too many years of Mark going there. For 20 years, Mark went there. And if he would have seen abuse, do you not think he would have turned it in? You guys, I mean, really.
In the comments saying they was going to report it, it was inevitable. They can only get so many calls before they have to act. And I'm going to tell you, they were going out of their way, but every time I see Ray, he is sitting in his own urine. Feces all over him. Lorraine has been trying to tell me something about her head for months.
This is a trigger warning. The way he's about to talk about the Whitakers, I do not stand with this. I don't know why he would get up here and say stuff like this. I don't know. But let me tell you, this is adult content. If you have little ones around during my live streams, it's probably not a good idea because I'm a cussing old lady and things that we hear on here is not always the best. So Lorraine has been pointing at her head for years. I mean, let's not try to get a doctor's appointment.
And then when Lorraine starts trying to tell me, I get told some BS excuse about a bee sting. And I've asked Lorraine, it's on video. Lorraine, is that from a bee sting? No.
Yes, I believe
Hey,
that
guys.
too, Bindar.
But here's the one that really got me. We didn't, and then the court order, right? While I'm out
Yes,
there
they-
doing this with the
yes,
Amish, getting
they-
the permits, and then I made to think, oh, it's your fault. You knew when it was not. I said 10 days from the very beginning.
Right? I'm going to tell you what. There's a lot to say to that, Bindar, because I imagine they had loads of mosquitoes living by the creek too. I know. Sometimes in Florida, it's the bug of the season, a bug of the month, and mosquitoes are crazy. Okay, so.
I found out. It's public record. Make a call. You'll find out. They told her they would give her a continuance. She denied it for BJ. She denied it. She said the abuser could stay at the house. Now, when you admit that someone...
See, oh my God. I don't know why this frustrates me so much. I don't...
Beat Ray, beat Timmy, beat yourself, beat her dad, stealing copper wire, doing the things that they're doing. What did you think was going to happen?
Let me tell you what this man has got up here and done on the public platform about another woman. I don't think he likes women unless they do what they say. Okay, this is just my perspective, and people, please agree, disagree, agree, disagree. That's you. Okay, you can. You're more than welcome. We're all human adult with our own damn minds. But he has managed to get up here now and say that she just beats the dog shit out of her family. She is a thief and a snitch. He has a video saying that she snitched on all the people that she stole the copper wire with. Do you, city boy, understand? So let me tell you what, you, sir, give city folk a bad name. Because back in where I come from, whenever a city folk would come around, we knew you all motherfuckers about here to snitch out whatever we got going on. It doesn't matter what we got going on, but whenever a city boy come into the local bar with that damn city accent, we want to know, where are you and where's the badge, bitch? Okay, I'm just saying. All right. And what have you done? You have put a bullseye on this woman's back. All right. Oh, wow. She's an addict. They have tendencies to do bad shit to get their drug. I'm not okay in what BJ's done. BJ needs some serious in treatment program. She's been an addict for years, in my opinion. She's not going to get help till she wants help, and she may never get help. And that's something that family has to live with. It's not your effing business. It's not my effing business. It's not the internet's effing business. But I can guarantee you what, she's not going to be able to pull up a truck and haul off the modular home that y'all keep promised to get her, or a log fucking cabin, and go down to the local crack house and sell that bitch. All right? Period.
I knew this was going to happen. And they have nobody to blame but themselves. There's more, guys. I want to get off of here.
I know.
And I promise you, you'll get more later. One of the biggest slaps in the face to Mr. Patrick over there. I get a call. From the condo where I rented the Airbnb. Patrick played on my heartstrings. I need somewhere to stay. I just want to get away for a while. I don't want no one around. I just want to get off. And you think you can get me a room up there? I was like, yeah, man, you can do that.
Right, Tony?
You mind getting it in your name? Sure, Patrick. Just pay me back out of next month's money. After everything else that I've been taking care of, right? I get him a condo. He was staying right.
Wow. Wow. Right? But Patrick didn't reach out to Eric. Eric reached out to Patrick through the GoFundMe. Left them a message, and that's how they connected. Everyone still thinks that Patrick reached out to Eric. Patrick didn't know this guy existed. All right? But he knew Patrick existed by seeing the Whitaker video start popping up. And in my opinion, he is like, hell to the yeah. All right, hell yeah. Ride that pony, ride that money cash flow, ride that cash cow, ride that cash cow. All right. We've talked about that. We've seen the messages over here. Watch the videos. There's a whole Whitaker playlist that I created. All right.
Next to me in the Airbnb, guys, because he said he needed to heal. That condo was freaking trashed, man. Hold on, I'll get to all that.
We ain't seen it. We're still waiting on that video. Drop it like it's hot, Mr. Eric. Drop that video like your mama done made you, okay? Drop that video, because you've been saying, I got the video, I got the footage. Diapers. Who the hell wears diapers? Are you trying to sit here and tell us that Patrick wears man pants, man diapers? Get out of here. I mean, for real, bro. Like, seriously, who's got the diapers on? There's diapers everywhere. Shit everywhere, diapers everywhere, pills everywhere. I mean, I need to see that video.
A little bit. I'm getting information about what's going on.
Right? Eric came in thinking he was going to use, you know what I'm saying? But I'm going to zip it. Let me be nice today.
I've got a lot to go through, guys. That condo was trashed. Dog poop, chewing tobacco all over the pillows, the walls, you name it, pills all over the floor. Don't worry, I've got the video. The back doors were left wide open. When he got out, Moose was with him and his other dog. And I said, Patrick.
I will have to check the email whenever I get off of the stream. It is I can't check email and then keep on task. So unless it's a 911, like someone's peeking in my windows with a shotgun, I'll check it. And I'm not trying to be rude.
Does the owner know you got that dog with you? And he said, oh, yeah, I told him. No, they didn't. Not only that, he goes and puts them on the kitchen counter in this brand new renovated place. Decorations for the condo that became spittoons, diapers on the floor, stains all over the couch, pills all over the floor. Literally, I don't know. How do you
why would can I ask a question? Why would pills be all over the freaking house? Pills? What kind of pills? Aspirins, Tylenol, candy pill, like what, Tic Tac? I don't know.
Snuff on couches, countertops, like everywhere. The kitchen sink was full of it. Big wads of it all over the floor. Poop all over the back deck. And guess whose name it was in, guys? You guys think you know. You have no idea what I've been through up here. And I'm a good friend. I wanted him to get better.
He has a broken leg.
This is his record. It's like a freaking Bible.
Wow. Wow. You didn't think about doing that before you got involved with somebody? Talk about, let's make some money, honey. You never said, let me see exactly what I'm getting into. Let me do some research on what I'm about to put my big fat toe in. Okay, let me tell you what. I would have. I've been like, who's this cat? What way are we going with this? Okay, but all you've seen, in my opinion, because you've been trying to be YouTube famous forever. Okay, you've been trying to be social media. You're trying to make billions, zillions off of social media. Okay, that's what you've been trying to do. That's what you've been trying to do. Okay, and you're like, I gotta weigh in now. And that's
Like,
just my opinion. I could be completely wrong. You may just do it as a hobby. I don't know what your real job is. Do you have one?
say something. His mom and sister, his family are good people, and she's went through the loss of 2 of her sons. And I hate for this to happen. I really do. But, and then I found pleading guilty to stalking and sexual crimes just last month. And Timmy's in Victoria's Secret just a few days ago, and we're getting him to take pictures with women while he's in it too. I'm a little hot right now, guys. I could go on. I'm about to go find out what's going on with that family. I could care less about the social media. I haven't been on here doing the gimmick or the YouTube. I knew
Yeah, Pam.
when this happened.
Yeah, do you guys remember the video Mark made with the financial documentation? I think what's happened is people seeing this amounts and wanted a piece of it. That very well could be. Who knows? Probably makes his wife work. I have no idea if he has a job, or if he's a activist of children for the dads. I don't really know.
The YouTube is probably going away, and it sucks. I put a lot of work behind it, and I'm a very passionate guy. The whole time I was up here, I was busting my ass, not even hardly sleeping, taking money out of my pocket, and then
Right.
having someone do that.
But you know what? While it was all going down, you were sitting back saying, cha-ching, 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 more views, more likes, more clicks, cha-ching. I mean, in my opinion, because whenever it was all going down, you were like, yee-haw.
To me, that's how I get repaid. I don't know how they can look at them. And you know what? After everything I did for that family, the movies, the new clothes, all of it, I never heard a thank you. And I don't do it for the thank you. I literally have done stuff like this all my life, guys. If you think this is about the likes, clicks, and views, you don't know me much. I already had a platform. And I
It wasn't really, but bud, you know what, bud? Buddy Battle, big guy, city man. I'm from Chicago, so I was born and raised in Southern Illinois, and then very young, at the age of like in the teens, moved up to Chicago. Okay, and I'm in my 50s now, 51. So really, you're typical. You're typical. You're typical. There's nothing special about you. So in my opinion, you didn't soar like an eagle on your social media, okay? Because you would be so busy that you couldn't do anything with the Whitaker family. You'd be so busy that you would just be exploding everywhere. Okay? Oh Lord, help me. Oh Jesus, help us all on a Sunday. Help us all, Lord, on a Sunday, because Eric thinks we're all just a bunch. He thought the whole internet was just a bunch of uneducated idiots.
really would much rather be at home, and I didn't want to be on, so I don't even want to be on it here now.
You
But
don't even want to be on social media. I don't need this. I don't need that. But I sure got my ass all up in it because I don't need it. I'm doing fantastic on my dad's podcast. Has anyone went over and actually looked at the views on the dad's? What I heard was he bought those people to make it look like he's got. And there was a little statement made by Dwayne, his little BFF. He said, if we find out that he did buy subscribers, that's pretty shitty. Yeah, it is, isn't it? It would be, wouldn't it? Okay. To grow organically, that means that people come and watch your videos. Okay. All right. And your view count on your dad podcast, little shaky. And your dad podcast on Facebook, those are bought too. Okay. Because you don't have a lot of views. Like if you have, 300 and some thousand people that subscribe to your channel, then you should be clocking in at least 12,000 views. You're not, my guy. You're just not.
This is what happens. And what sucks is now the whole thing is about scandal instead of the family getting the home they deserve. They literally had a log cabin built by the Amish about to happen. Free.
Then why was you saying you're going to do donations then if it was for free? We're going to put a place in the donation that are going to be over the money. Which part was free? The whole damn thing or the labor? Okay, because you mix your words, my guy. Absolutely, he did.
You guys don't know the half of it.
He don't even get. I get hate watchers at least. Okay, I love a hate watcher. I love me a hate watcher. Hey, okay, but he don't even get hate watching. He just dropped a video about something I did not watch. I don't give him a view. Okay, whatever happened in that situation. I hope the best for the family and rest in peace if the little girl got hurt. I don't know. Okay, but if you guys went and checked that out. So,
I tried to cover for you, Patrick. I tried to cover for you. I hope you would get better. I really did. You weren't even supposed to be at that concert. Ray had an orthopedic visit the day before, and you didn't. You had one thing to do: get Ray to the orthopedic visit. I came all the way up here from Georgia, and you told me I would not be able to get him a doctor's appointment, and I said that was the whole reason I was coming up here. And you said, you're not from West Virginia. It don't work that way up here. You're from Georgia. We don't just get visits like that. I had Ray at the doctor the next day, guys. He had an orthopedic visit. And Patrick was the one supposed to take him. Ray didn't make that orthopedic visit. Instead, he ended up at a bluegrass concert where Patrick broke his leg. Y'all need to start. You've been asking the questions to the wrong guy here, but I've got your answers. I've got your...
You never show him. You never show him. He can't. He cannot keep his own sentences straight. He should have wrote it down. He should have pre-recorded and wrote it down. Right. Pill users don't leave their pills, and rug addicts don't leave their, you know what? And they don't give them away to trigger. Amen.
Answers, and I can't. I really hoped he was going to straighten up, guys, but this has been going on for years.
And you didn't have the damn... Hey, city boy. Hey, city boy. You didn't have the smarts to look into who you was going to go deal with. Let me tell you what, the Whitakers fucked you up, and Patrick. I mean, they took you on a whirlwind, my guy. But you smarter than the average bear. I sit back and be like, you thought you was going to come in on any. I think it's a shitty situation, but I don't get emotionally invested. I don't get emotionally involved. I share the content, what interests me, and we go over it, right? So I'm not like over here. Oh, woohoo. Okay, I'm like, damn, this is a shitty situation. I hope that the Whitakers get what they're owed to them because they were the content, your content. All right. And city boy over here act like he done something. Let me tell you what, they had you hogtied, son. Oh, perfect timing. They got you in a rabbit trap. Damn it.
I feel. But I've been leaving you breadcrumbs all along.
You guys have to remember this video now, right?
I was afraid this was going to happen. I'll give you this much, and then I'll give you some more later. The first time I was up here, after we recorded that interview on YouTube, meet Patrick and Eric. Next thing I know, he is in the parking lot of the hotel at the Skyline, cussing up a storm. Come up here, MF, you know what, I'll beat your ass, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, what the heck is going on? When I walk outside, he just throws the phone at me. He's like, here, you take care of it. Take care of what?
That's what I'm saying. For me, I have a hard time believing that he would leave pills all over the floor because to me, he really loves his dogs. I have a dog, and I always have to make sure that nothing crazy, they can get into anything crazy. You know what I mean? And even outside, because certain places that we go where my husband goes fishing and we go out for walks along trails, there's certain type of frogs in the state of Florida that if your dog would get that frog, it can kill him. So you cannot, you got to watch, and they're little bitty baby frogs, man. And you're like, oh shit. So you got to pay attention. And I love my dog, right? And I think that Patrick does care for his dogs. They're like his buddies, you know? So I'm going to here to say, I would like to see the video. Prove me. Hey, Eric, prove me wrong. Show me the video of the Airbnb with pills just strung from high to hair over here, from coast to coast, pills strung from the front door to the back door. Okay. Yeah, those frogs, Tara. They're terrible. They'll kill your dog. Bofo. Yes, yes. Can I pet that dog? Can I pet that dog?
I have no idea what I'm running into, guys. No idea. I get on this phone and the guy starts cussing to me, and I said, "You better watch yourself,
Yeah,
there, dude.
that's it,
You don't know who
guys.
you're talking to." And
Run
like,
with
I'm,
it, and
I'm
Tara.
not trying to get involved in this, but tell me what's going on. That guy's on there trying to act like a saint. He owes my 73-year-old grandmother $1,200 he stole from her.
Which he said he paid back, you know.
As I look over and he's leaning over the railing, I said, "This guy just said you stole from his grandmother. Is that true?" Nods his head yes, and I'm just like, oh my God, what have I got myself into? I wanted to get in my car and take off. And I was this close, but I said, he told me the truth. As unflattering as the truth was, he told me
Well, when can we hear the truth from you, sir? An incident from 15 years ago. Sir, can we see the truth? Can we see your truth? Your truth. Can we see the video? Can we see all your, your information, all your facts? Okay. But I'm sure that your attorney, like people are saying in the chat, that your attorney probably told you to zip it, big guy. Right. But I still want to know, why are all this stuff still monetized? I still want to know how this is going to play out to the end. And I also want to know, Mr. Patrick, who ID did you use to create these platforms? That's what I want to know. So, in my opinion, that's not your content. So, if it's still going into your checking account, you got a fucking problem, in my opinion. In my opinion. In my opinion. But hey, I'm not an accountant. I'm not an attorney. I'm some old lady that lives in a tent by the beach.
the truth, and I really thought he looked to me, and people can change. Now, that guy that
Right? All
he owed that money to his
footage.
grandmother, I'm sure you'll probably end up watching this. It's not just
I mean, you're not that special, but okay, we're watching
that
it now.
guy's donation money, you name it. Getting people to pay for FaceTime and Timmy. Oh my God, it goes on. Now I'm getting filters. So, yeah, have fun. It's funny. I gotta get out of here. It's not, there's nothing funny about this. I don't know how, why does a filter pop up on a Facebook Live? Anyway, yeah, I'm ready to spill the beans. And to Patrick's mom and sister, I'm sorry, you guys don't deserve this.
Yeah, you totally drug him across the coals, but they were partners, right? And they should have talked behind the scenes, and they should have like worked it out. He shouldn't have got up here and let and drug each other. That's in my opinion. That's not doing good business. Um, with Velcro shoes. Yes, Captain Avi. Yes. Yes. I'm not even smart enough to tie my shoes. Okay, my mom did not teach me how to tie my shoes. So through 51 years, I just wore those. Okay. You know, that's what you have to do.
But Patrick, you need to go on and tell the truth. I have nothing to hide. If anybody's ever sent money to this family, outside the one time I asked you to send money to for me for the Airbnb, and as soon as I got what I needed, I went on there and said, "Stop sending money. I've got what I needed." If anybody ever sent money to this family, put it down in the comments. We need to know where that.
We don't need to have been turned over to the state police there, Sparky. So, Mr. City Boy, it's been turned over to the state police so they can do their evaluation. They can do their forensic analysis, you might want to say, right? Well, I'd like to see maybe, just maybe, no one did anything wrong, right? This is all speculation. Do not take anything that I say as a fact here today. This is our observation on public videos and our analysis. We suck at this, frankly. Okay? We suck at this, frankly. Okay? So, what I want to do is, I also wanted to show this because this hasn't been brought out much. All right?
Good morning, everybody. I'm going to
Now,
make this quick.
this
And
video that I'm going to bring up here is from, let's see here. This is from August the 26th. Okay. When he's headed back down there. We haven't reviewed this video much, and then we're going to go over and we're going to start down the timeline. All right. With and we're going to try our best to collaborate the footage with it. And that's where I'm having trouble because there were so many different platforms. There was a Patrick Pat platform that was sharing information, an Eric Carroll Facebook, Dad's podcast Facebook and YouTube that has information on it. So there's information that they shared at different times with different information. You know what I'm saying? So to try to collaborate all that, it's going to take more than myself. Okay, I need some help. That's why I said if anyone was interested, I would like to. If any members would want to do it, and if they don't, that's fine. Just send me an email. I dropped it earlier, and we'll get 3 or 4 people to do like the Facebook, the YouTube, whatever. You know what I'm saying? So we can try to come together and make a video. It probably won't be a live. We'll just do a video and release it, so we can have like a timeline with the footage off of all the platforms. You feel me? All right, so here we go. Yeah, and TikTok. So I'm going to make sure this is pulled up, take this down. Okay. Yeah, it's going to take some work though, Tara, but we can do it.
I'm going to apologize ahead of time. I know people are going to be wanting to know more details, and I promise you, you'll get details as we can give them. I know there's going to be a million questions about this. Over the last 24 hours, Patrick and I have been working on getting BJ served an eviction notice, and as of this morning, it has been completed. And I'm on my way to Odd, West Virginia, kind of unexpected and last minute. The workers have expressed us they don't feel safe, they feel threatened, and she just doesn't need to be there anymore. It's last week I got a call, and let me say, she doesn't really know me besides me just showing up and doing what I did for the family. I never sat
Yeah,
down, never
Charles,
talked to
you
BJ.
do.
This will be the second time I've gotten a call. Last week she asked me for $300, and long story short, that week before I went and done all that stuff for the Whitakers, that was coming out of my pocket, guys. And I just said, BJ, I don't have $300 to give you right now,
Absolutely.
nor would I
Can't
anyway. But I said, I don't have $300 to give you. And she hung up the phone on me. And I was like, wow, that's bold. But I noticed later on that week, everything had been fine up until this point. I tried to call back the family, and I couldn't get them on the phone. And I was like, okay, something's weird. Or they went and talked to me once I got them on the phone. And I was like, yeah, that's weird. And I just had a weird feeling. Now, allegedly, everything I'm saying on here, allegedly, besides the things I'm telling you, I know 100% it's what happened. But
Well, they're not getting real good content, so that all the I don't think that what if this is the whole plan? I don't know if it is because I mean it is content, but it's not. People are going to get tired of this content. I'm just going to tell you, it's going to blow over. It's going to be done with, and then maybe if a court date arises or whatnot. But I think because of the situation that they're not able to build a house, and it's going to take to go to the court system to actually get the heirship under control or whatever, and see who can build and all that. I think that when if you do not stay on something, it's going to dwindle out. And if the 3 do not come home, then is Betty really going to be great content or no? I don't know. Not that I don't think she's a fantastic woman or, she's got a person. But for me, I don't think that people are going to. And, Brian thinks he's going to get people to donate. I think people are going to be very skeptical because of what's happened. You know what I mean? But he also doesn't want anyone else to share his information. So what do we do with that? After this video, we're going to play the, secret phone call. But this hasn't been shared much. And this is him going back. This is when he was going back and says why he's going back. Yes, the three-legged Cooter Brown song will live forever. But I haven't seen Brutally Honest. If anyone sees her in any other chat, let her know we have her song ready to go. We have several different versions for her.
I was told this past week she got that phone. They have a house phone. They don't have a cell phone. There's no signal out there. And she locked that phone inside of her camper where the family can't get to it. Everyone in that family has heart problems. Lorraine is 78 years old. She's had stents. She's had heart attack. Betty's had a heart attack. They need that telephone. We're not playing games with stuff like this. That's dangerous. Okay? And
I don't think so.
amongst other,
I'm going to tell you right now, Cody, I highly doubt that Eric, but what if, oh, I'm not going to say that because I wouldn't know. I would, we're going to go on. Never mind.
stuff. Larry is feeling threatened. All right. I've questioned myself whether to put this out there or not, but I think it's important, and there's a reason why. I mean, I just have to do it for his safety. I think Larry gets unfairly judged a lot for what his daughter does, okay? But it's his daughter. He
We're
loves her.
going
He
to
doesn't
talk
love
about that. I want to talk about that today. We're going to talk about that. That's in the timeline. BJ Copper arrest came to be since Eric couldn't get. We are about to go into that and why. I got my own theory on that. What my
she
oh
does.
my
But
what my oh my. Hopefully, I'm saying that correctly. We gonna go over that today.
he's getting caught up in the mix. And I've heard this from his own grandchildren, that if he doesn't do what she tells him, allegedly, that she will say, I'm going to tell the cops that you raped me. Guys, in this country, you don't have to prove anything like that. You just got to make an accusation. And no matter if you can prove it wasn't true,
I think he wanted it, but I think now,
it carries a lot of weight. Your life will never be the same. And so he's done things he doesn't want to do, i.e., taking gas from someone's house about 4 months ago that wasn't his. He didn't want to do it, but it was for her. And if you don't do it, there's going to be consequences. I'm told there's other stuff that's been going on that if you don't give me money or if you don't do what I want you to do, there's going to be consequences. Therefore, the Whitakers want their home back. They want to be safe. If you get your stuff, you get your camper and get out of there, we'll be okay. I have a security guard that before any of this took place, we made sure we have a security guard that's going to be there on the Whitakers property 24 hours a day until this has been handled. And maybe even after that. I've never fundraised in this community. If I have to sometime soon, it's because we're paying for someone around the clock to make sure no one comes.
I would love to talk to the guy that was going to be the security guy. If anyone knows who that is, I have not dug in on to see who it was. If I go back and listen to my video with Mr. Patrick, he said his name. Maybe I'll have to go back and see if I can find it. I would love to speak to him, and it doesn't have to be on a platform. It doesn't have to do on a panel or a live, just to see his thoughts for my own information. And hey, but if he wanted to come up on the panel, obviously it would be a very right, Christoph, very interesting interview.
On that porch, because guys, I don't know how this is going to be taken, but I can tell you this: we're not playing around. That's why I'm in this car right now, about to make a 10-hour trip, and I'm on my way to Ide, West Virginia, to make sure they've got eyeballs on it. Patrick's up there, guys. He's been busting his butt on it, but Patrick can't walk right now. So I told him, let me come up. I can help you more when I'm there. And on top of that, I was supposed to be helping Patrick. Patrick's got a project home, guys. He's got no walls, no insulation. He's got some outer walls, but on the inside, if it snowed right now, it would be like him sitting outside, and he can't work on it. And we're trying to figure out like how to get him taken care of at first.
I want to agree with that. Eric was reaching, using people with the S abuse wording. He absolutely should. There are a lot of trigger words that are used throughout a lot of these lives. There are a lot of, what we call dog whistling. I don't know if you guys know what that means, but there was a lot of dog whistling in certain videos knowing what the outcome would be when you're going up here. And there's one short that I was looking that has over 1 million views on the Whitaker page. Okay, so that's a lot of people that'll be interested in watching the other stuff. And when you dog whistle, expect something to happen.
First, it was just taking care of the Whitakers, but now he was helping take care of the Whitakers. Now he's down and out, so we need to make sure he's taken care of. So it's been a pretty big headache, but
I think he did. I'll have to go back and listen.
That's life, man. And you pull in there and you get it done. Numero uno right now is we need to get her out of that house. The people in the local area, please help us keep an eye on it. I'm putting this out in the public so people know that's what we're wanting.
Yes, that's what I was told. Now, let me make something clear. I don't Do I have the phone number? Yeah, but I'm not gonna give it out, and I'm not gonna try to contact him privately. That I don't I wouldn't do that. He has enough on his plate, in my opinion. But I was told that there was certain information that I have that I am not allowed to share, and I won't share it. Because I'm not the one that's tied up in a fraud investigation. So I agreed not to share that information. I just won't. And I will not reach out to Patrick, but it was said that he's no longer to speak about it. And I think he's staying pretty quiet. I think I don't know. I don't really do Facebook, so
To do, and that's what we're doing. And by God, we made it. Get your stuff, get out. You've had every chance in the world. I had somebody willing to pay 100% for rehab. There seemed to be no desire there. At this point, they're not going to feel
I
threatened
don't ever remember that being offered. Does anybody remember that being offered?
in their own home, and we are not going to get a new home. And people come around there and trash it or think they're going to.
Right here is the key, guys. Listen to what the words coming out of his mouth right here. This is why he was getting, in my opinion, from what he's saying, is he's getting a lot of questions from donors, that potential donors, why they don't want to donate because of the past that happened with Mark and BJ. All right. The way that Mark did it was like, it's their money. I have to give it to them. Right. It was donated for them. I gave it to them. Right. So let's go back and we're going to listen to this in regular speed. It's because the people were, yes, in the beginning he offered it. Okay. I'm not saying it wasn't. I don't know. Nope, he never offered rehab. Okay, so maybe if someone knows where that clip is, we can listen to it. Because I'm not here to just say what bullshit. You know what I mean? The original creators, I always try to drop whoever I'm using, and that's just the way it is. So, I mean, I'm a human. I might make a mistake, but he told Larry about Hulk Hogan's former manager. Oh my God. Big wrestler got you. Got you. So we're going to listen to this.
We are not going to get a new home, and people come around there and trash it or think they're going to reap the benefits of it. No, we told you guys from the very beginning. We were watching this like a hawk, and we have been. And as we need to get her out of that house. The people in the local area, please help us keep an eye on it. I'm putting this out in the public so people know that's what we're wanting to do, and that's what we're doing. And by God, we made it. Get your stuff, get out. You've had every chance in the world. I had somebody willing to pay 100% for rehab. There seemed to be no desire there. At this point, they're not going to feel threatened in their own home, and we are not going to get a new home, and people come around there and trash it or think they're going to reap the benefits of it. No, we told you guys from the very beginning. We were watching this like a hawk, and we have been. And you didn't know any of this was going on, but trust me, we've been handling it the whole past 24 hours. This is what we've been working on. Patrick was working on having somebody there to make sure. It took her a while to get home. It wasn't until this morning, but she's been served, and I'm on my way to Odd, West Virginia. So you guys say some prayers for us. When I can give you more updates on it later, I will. Just as I've said from the very beginning, I hope you trust us. We're going to get this taken care of.
Okay, he knew that the community did not want to help in my opinion, from what he's saying, is I need to make sure that the people watching that have the potential to donate and fundraise and help support my adventure here feel secure. So I have to get BJ out no matter what. No matter what, right? That's my opinion. All right. So now what we're going to do is we are going to listen to um the other dog whistle here. I wouldn't say it was a dog whistle. I'd say he just downright called the people. All right. So some people have not heard this because they don't have Facebook. So I'm going to share it over here. I'm not going to pull it up on screen because the guy that is Brian is saying, copyright, I'm copyright, I copyright, copyright. All right. There's all kinds of ways we can share shit, my guy. All right. So unless you have a written voice, then I don't know what to tell you. So let me know. I'm going to try to play it. If you guys cannot hear it, let me know. It doesn't sound the best anyway, but as long as you guys can hear it is all that matters. Okay. I'm going to put it on my microphone. So here we go. Sophia been over here. We done had a baby and we already took care of that baby for 2 months, girl. Look at us parenting over here, Sophia. Thank you so much for being a member for 14 months. I need to make a new thing for you.
Out here, so I FaceTime. Betty's not here because somebody came and convinced her this morning that I am on the internet trying to get the family taken away from her. Is there any way? I know you guys had talked about coming here at one point. Is there any way that you could come here and let her know in person that that's bullshit? I would really appreciate. I'm like livid right now. It's Larry. Larry is trying to convince her because I got beat.
So for me, I have a problem with this lady, okay, saying this information. For me, why would I have a problem? Okay, I'm gonna keep playing it, but I have a problem. How does that make sense? Pepperoni, pepperoni. I don't know what's going on in the chat. I'm trying to do this. I saw the video from Patrick's ring camera this morning. Right, I'm listen. We're listening. Can you guys hear it? Okay. Yeah, you guys can. Okay. Um, I don't understand what made. Can you just call? Like, can I just call? And I'm so confused right now. Like, does he have guardianship over the Whitaker family to where he can just give him a call up and say, "Hey, um, well, the Whitakers are down here. They're accusing me of this, that, and the other. Can you and demand her, or I'll buy you lunch. I'll give you a little gas money. Come on down here and speak to the." I did not know some rando that just freaking met these people 3 or 4 weeks ago. Well, to be exact, the in the month of June, and this is in August. Okay, 60 days knowing some family and that they can call up the APS like this is scary to me. Like he almost knew her, right? Like, oh boy, this is scary to me. Like, shouldn't this stuff be confidential? In my opinion, this lady, no disrespect, ma'am, but I'm gonna no stop right there. Zip my lips. I don't think he actually bribed her. I think he was just offering. So I'm not going to say bribe. I'm just going to say offer. But I think that the whole line of communication would be a violation of their privacy, in my opinion. That scares the hell out of me because, you know, here we go.
Could you please come? The only way Betty's going to believe it is to hear it from your voice. I don't know what's going on, guys. This blindsided me. The other day when y'all asked about guardianship, I want to help him. I don't want to be in the middle of this. Let him put up with it. If you can,
This absolutely blows my mind. Would you think it's also very easy to fake these calls? I don't know, Captain Avi. Everything over here is speculation. We're speculation nation, right? I have no idea. Why does he have a cell phone number to FaceTime her? Man, this whole freaking video here is very, very questionable to me. Okay, so to me, Lady K Betty or someone else must have said it's okay to call to him or like to talk to him. Got you. I don't know. There had to be could very easily be fake. Let's put that out there. This call could be fake, hypothetically speaking, right? So please, everybody, please, I beg you, do your own research and form your own opinions. Don't say, well, Lady K said, I said it's speculation. It could be fake.
sorry to spring that on you last minute. 4 hours. And then finally he came out with it. And it's like, they're doing her on the internet.
So that's why we got to do this rundown. Oh, let me try to stop it here. Because did they show up? Did APS show up after this video was made or after this footage was on the footage? I want to see. Let me see what it says. See, let me tell you something. When you guys start sharing shit over there on Facebook, you need to put the date that it originally aired or the date that the footage is from. You got to start doing better with your work, in my opinion, if you're going to be a content creator, in my opinion, allegedly. Okay. Put the dates on shit so we can run it down and say, okay, this is when he was on the phone trying to FaceTime, wouldn't FaceTime, caught on Patrick's security cam speaking to said APS worker. Was there a video made that evening, that day, about APS coming to verify? So we have an easier time to run down fact check shit. We're fact checkers over here. Okay. We can't fact check shit unless you put the shit out there. September 2nd. Okay, we're gonna go look. Let me put oh shit. Let me also say that do not try to call any protective services to get any information about the Whitakers. Do not call nursing homes. Do keep your nose out of their business. Thank you. No, what I'm talking about is like what day was this? So on ring camera footage or whatever, that should be like a time, it's time stamped, like a date and the time. You know what I mean? So that's what I'm looking for. So we can just simply go back and look for the you know the videos that day so it can be proven. Okay, so this camera shows with this you know what I'm saying. Yeah, I think rings have that for sure. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, but I don't see it on this video. It may have been on the other video that he posted, but I wasn't sure. So now what we're going to do is we've been on it here for 1 hour and 14 minutes. what we're going to do is I'm going to pull up the beautiful bean footage of Curious Deep, and she did a timeline. All right. What we're going to do is we're going to go through that timeline. We're going to stop it. We're going to talk about it. Everybody, buckle up and let's see where we go. If you do not like or believe what this creator is putting out, that this is all just opinions. Okay. Different perspectives. All right. That's all. Don't get your panties in a wad. Listen to other people's perspectives and go from there. Roll that beautiful bean footage. All right. And I also seen some comments that people were telling me how to run my show. Once again, get yourself a computer and some Wi-Fi, get yourself some subscribers and go live and run your channel any way you want. Not the comments in here, but in comments underneath my videos. All right. And then you can do whatever your little heart's desire is. Okay. And I'm not going to go over in your comments and tell you that you shouldn't pelvic thrust because it's low class. We're low budget. We're low budget bitches over here. All right. We're not anything special. We're not trying to be anything special. So relax there, Linda. All right, so I did save. We have a playlist. So what we're gonna do here is we're gonna get into it. Okay, we are going to get into it. Ah, Mr. Cryptic. I don't think anyone really likes me. I think they just come over here to, um, give me a hard time. uh yes, soul deep. So I did get a message from her and she's like, yes, you can share my stuff, which I'll always make sure that I do. You know, fair use. We'll drop her um we'll make sure that we drop her link in the chat. And this is not my content. We're going to be going over the timeline. She took a lot of time to do this. It needs to be shared out, right? um So we're gonna go through it and hang on just a
Wow.
second. And it's about an hour. So I'm gonna bring it. Is it showing? Hang on a second. All right. So and sometimes I'm gonna have to take the banner down because I really want you guys to see what's all on here. It's very good. All right. So what we're gonna do is we're going to fill up our water. We're going to use the bathroom. We're going to take a little, a little break here because I have to go to the bathroom before I start this and I got to get me some more water. Okay. So I'm going to put this on.
Ooh, yeah.
Okay. That was quick. All right. So I got my water, did all that. Didn't really have to use the bathroom, but I said I might as well give it a go, right? When you drink, I drink nothing but water all day. So it is what it is. There's nothing I can do about it. I have to make something different, okay? I know too well. You are about one of the only one that's ever said that. I know who that is. But that's from when I used to do the MGL content, and I have to make a new one. But I don't like covering the whole damn thing. Okay, I don't like covering the whole damn thing. I got to get a new one. I can use this one, but then it's going to cover, right? If I use this one, it covers the whole damn thing. Okay. I know. I need someone that's handy with that. If someone's handy with a banner maker, let me know. I'll change it up. It's what I have. We're low budget over here. I mean, it is almost Halloween, right? Okay, so let's get to this. All right. Thanks for everyone that stuck around because, a lady's got to do what a lady's got to do. Sorry, can't help it. All right. So let me make sure that I share this real quick because I need to copy the link and then it'll be in my stuff.
And I'm ready to roll out my timeline that I've been talking about and how much more appropriate that it is. I'm rolling it out on my Amish built
This is funny.
Amish built dining table for 6. Very appropriate. It's on the Amish dining table because this Amish fiasco is ridiculous, and I'm going to show you what I have found and documented.
Right.
Over, well, I don't know how long this took me. I did a cut and paste. I have a.
I feel her, right? Because this looks like some of the stuff that I would come up with, right? With my damn. But this is a great idea. We're gonna have to remember this idea in the future. This is not my content. We've dropped the channel link in the chat. Do yourself a favor. Some people like the way she does things. Some people don't. Some people agree with her. Some people don't. Well, that's you opinion. We're not going to disrespect any other content creator while their stuff's being shared. Please be respectful. I'm not saying anyone is. I'm just saying it's an Amish made table. I'm just saying let's be nice.
Videos for many events. Okay, I've got video clips to go. Now you can tell if I went through all the clips right now, we would be here for about, I don't know, 8-10 hours.
The tapping is fantastic, and I think what she's using is a damn needle to crochet or something. I love it. I love it. I'm sorry. I just think that's so like something I would do.
But I'm going to be putting.
We're going to get her different pointers. She needs a new pointer. Does she have a paintbrush? Yes, there you go, James. That's probably a paintbrush, but it reminded me of an end of a crochet needle. You know what I'm saying? So we need to get her a different pointer for real because she cracks me up. All right, with her. I'm not in a bad way. Yeah, she needs a finger pointer. Okay, let's go.
Clips on the thing. So when I say I have a clip for that, I'm going to be putting them out in groups. So, best place to start is at the beginning.
Yes, honey, bring it.
Okay, let's start at this top here. Patrick's first Whitaker video was May 19, 2025.
Actually, I went back and it's actually, here's what you can do. You can go back to Facebook, go to his page. You can filter it down on a computer and go to, it's actually May 17th. Not to try to discredit her work at all, but she said video. I seen the first picture was May 17th. So she's probably right. Let me recant that. I'm a filthy liar. So the video was 5/19. First picture was 5/17. All right.
He was not monetized. He had a GoFundMe. He said at the most had $200. Bet he wanted groceries. They spent $100. And anyway, Eric came along and got involved. Now, first thing Eric said is that he got a hold of Patrick because he noticed there was only $100 in the GoFundMe, and he thought he could do a lot better than that. So Eric is talking to Patrick. Patrick likes what he hears. And on June 18th, Dwayne uses this date. Now, his buddy Dwayne put out interesting. His buddy Dwayne put out a timeline of his own, a video not that long ago that he's been working on. And I'm going to be doing some videos on his little. It is hilarious, you guys. His version of what happened with Eric and everything. If you want a good laugh,
we'll
that's a
go
good
over
comedy
here.
pick there. Anyway, so Dwayne and
Well, hopefully I'm going to try to get through this without causing us a problem, okay? But I want to show you here. We're going to have to switch back and forth the screen so we can show each other, okay? We can show each other. We can see with each other, all right? So I logged into my little fake account that I have over here for Facebook. And I'm going to share this instead. Okay, share this tab instead. And we're going to scroll down to May. So right here is May 21st. Timmy, we're not going to play the video. May 20th, May 20th, May 20th. May 19th is video. This guy, super hilarious and smart. Bluegrass and Coca-Cola does it for him, not to mention Dunkin' Donuts. Okay, so then I kept going. And then it looked like there on May 17th was actually the first photo that he decided to upload to his personal page. Okay, which was, that's the photo, not the video, was on here on this day. Okay, May 17th. Okay, so now we're done with that. We'll go over here and share this tab instead, just so we're double checking, right? This is how we do it, right? This is how everybody wants it done. Everybody wants to see the beautiful footage. Everybody wants to know fact checking shit. Okay, here we go. But I can't do it all because once someone gets involved, things get posted everywhere. It's hard.
it's funny because Dwayne did a timeline too. And although his facts are a little skewed, he doesn't know most of what's probably going on, or maybe he does. But his timeline matches up with mine, with as far as the flights back and forth and the traveling back and forth. Found that very interesting because I had this while I was following his little video there. Interesting video. Anyway, and his lined up with mine as far as travel dates and all this stuff. So let's go back up here. So Patrick gets going. Eric gets a hold of him, according to Wayne, on June 18th. He talks about
and then this is where I would like to insert the message. If I went here and looked for it, I'm sure I could find it and insert message where Eric Carroll reaches out to. She did put a lot of time into this, Tara. I'm going to tell you what, after this video, do me a favor, and because we're already going to watch it, but go over there and at least hit the like button. She put a lot of work into this, even if you agree with it or not. Okay, even if you think anything bad or negative about it, she put some work into this. Credit where credit is due, people. Credit where credit is due, people. Okay, so I'd like to back it up right here and say, all right, so here is where we would insert. I'm probably telling another person how they're going to do their shit, but I wish I could get in there and see get my where I have the message from Eric Carroll to Patrick about wanting to get involved with the Whitakers through the GoFundMe. That's how he originally contacted Patrick.
Talk with the phone. They like what they hear and see. And but first thing Eric does is tells Patrick to shut that GoFundMe down now. Now,
Right.
I'm gonna tell you why. Because the GoFundMe keeps track of every single penny that comes in. You've seen it. We've all seen GoFundMes. All right. What happens? Every dollar that goes in goes on the screen, name or anonymous. It goes on there. You know and I know. And that's 100% transparent. But Eric didn't want that. So on the 20th over here, June 20th, Eric shuts down the GoFundMe and they make this contract that is third. So on June 20th, Eric comes up with this contract. They shut the GoFundMe down because that's too transparent. Eric doesn't like that. So on June 20th, there's a contract signed with Betty, Larry for a third. The Whitakers get a third, Eric gets a third, and Patrick gets a third. And that was on this day here. That's June 20th. All right. So things are going. So Eric ends up so Eric from the time the contract got signed, Eric was working behind the scenes. In his own words, he said that he was answering as Patrick and pretending to be Patrick and, quote, scrubbing the bad comments. And the bad comments were about how Patrick has got a bad past and he's about to go to court for some bad stuff. And anyway, so Eric, in his own words, started scrubbing the comments behind the scene during this time. Well, Patrick says, you got to come on with me because we got to get your face out there. Well, Eric don't want his face out there either. But Eric agrees. So on the end of, towards the end of June 27, they come up with the Eric and Ray go to the urgent care, heartfelt video with Larry and Betty. Remember that? That's these two videos right here. And at first, Eric was just doing recorded videos. So Eric goes up there.
So there is where it starts. Heartfelt video with the Whitakers. Okay. So that's where he gets there. You guys following so far? Are you guys following so far? Okay. Let's go over there and see it. Okay. Let me close this out. I was trying to see if I could find that receipt because I do have it. I thought maybe it was in my email so we could add it in here, right? She has clips. I don't want to use all of her stuff, James. I'd like to try to create something all in one, but we're going over it because I find it very interesting. And people are like, we got to go over the timeline. Okay, so we're going over the timeline. So let me go to, so we can verify this with the Whitaker family. Stop. Okay, close this out. Whitaker family. Go to some of it's videos, some of it's lives, some of it, and that's what you have to do. Like some of it is videos and some of it's lives. So it's very confusing. All right. So here is, and I'm going to choose not to show like anyone that's in protective custody at the moment. Because to me, that's not a good look. Okay, so we're going to share this instead. And you can see how many views it has. Share this tab, 338,000 views 3 months ago. Join us for an eye-opening interview with Betty and Larry as they open up. Okay, so here's that video. Okay, so she's right on the money. All right. Okay.
End of June, and he does these videos, okay? Starts giving Lorraine bags of chips. All right, so that's that.
Right, receipts.
And they keep doing videos, and then finally, people want to know, who are you guys? Who are you guys? Who are you guys? So on June 30th, they came out with that, Meet Patrick and Eric.
Right.
And they went to Aldi's with the Whitakers. And
remember the Aldi's where they were walking around? Yes. I know. I did a detox yesterday. Okay, you have to detox off of YouTube, guys. Make sure you take your breaks. For real.
Just doing a bunch of Whitaker movies or videos. And by the way,
did you hear what she said? Let's go back.
On June 30th, they came out with that, Meet Patrick and Eric. And they went to Aldi's with the Whitakers and just doing a bunch of Whitaker movies.
Now, this is all in June.
Or videos. And by the way, this was not a live, this Meet Patrick. This was a recorded video. And of course, they did more recorded videos, Aldi's. And here's Eric farming information from Betty and Larry. Yes, farming information, in my opinion. Now, according to my accounts and Dwayne's account, Eric left the Whitakers then, left Odd West Virginia on June 30th, drove home back to Georgia, in Dwayne's words, packed a suitcase and got on a plane.
Right. So they got the videos out before the end of the month equals paycheck in July. Absolutely. So people, please follow the timeline. They have to push out these videos by the end of the month so they can receive a paycheck in July. What the videos were at the time, I don't know. But I'm going to be showing you guys the back end of my studio because everybody said that I've made tons of money off the Patrick video. Let me tell you, it's a sad day in my world. Okay, it's a sad effing day in my world if you think $47 is a lot of money. Okay, that's what I made off of the AdSense, and I have no shame in my game. I'm here to show it to you. You guys will be like, oh my God, I'm so sorry for your life, right? All the heat that I've taken, okay, and you people saying that I'm making all this money off the back of the Whitakers and that he paid me money. Patrick didn't pay me shit. Okay. And if they want the third of theirs, it will be like, well, I figure it out. Me and my husband figured out if you split $47.10 three ways, you can't even go buy a McDonald's sandwich. So cut the shit, people.
And went to Idaho. Okay, so
off to Idaho he goes. Let's keep going. Let's not don't get off track. Let's listen. Damn it.
he left Whitaker's July 1st. He gets
What'd you say, hubby? I thought my husband was calling for me. I think he's talking to his phone.
he goes home, drops the truck off, gets on a plane, and goes to Idaho with none other than Robert Mass.
Right.
So the entire month of July, Eric is in Idaho with Robert.
Think about that. The whole month of July, he was over here doing what he had project he already had with Robert Mast. Okay. Okay. So we're gonna think how long he's been dealing with the troubles of the Whitakers.
Mass to get ready for the big trial for his son. Whatever. And so in the meantime, Patrick is making videos while Eric is gone. And then here's the Robert Mass trial. But what else happens here, this particular date right here, July 21st, Patrick goes to court and pleads guilty. The domestic assault was dropped, and he pled guilty to stalking, and he pled guilty to disseminating, like handing out pictures, like nude pictures of his ex or something. So yeah.
Right. And if you guys recall, when Mr. Eric got up on and said he has SA charges, he's got this charges. Oh my God. But he made it sound like, do I think it's okay to be giving somebody else nude pic? No, you shouldn't have done that shit, man. But he act like it was something completely different, right?
2 convictions and
James, quit taking the damn remote from your wife, okay? And quit slipping the dishes in the dishwater when she's doing them. We don't like it. Thank you.
He got 1 year suspended probation. So while he's gone, and by the way, this whole time, Patrick is making videos. He said on this date, I had checked to see what he did this day. He said he's going to take a little time off to relax. Yeah, I bet in court. And
she cracks me up. I'm sorry, but some of the things she says cracks me up. He said he threatened to post pics. Not sure if he actually did. Right. We don't know if he actually did. I don't want to see that footage, okay? James, you're right. James, you're making her do dishes after you brought oh, Lord.
Anyway, so he's making videos. Now, here's where it starts to get interesting. So, in Eric's own words...
Thanks for coming by, honey, child. Thanks for coming by.
And Dwayne's own words, Eric was here the whole month of July in Idaho, okay, without going home. So he went to Whitaker's first, stopped home, packed a bag, took a plane. Okay, gone. Now, on August 31st, he shows up. And by the way, guess where he was? In Airbnbs. Airbnbs here, Airbnbs. Now, comes August 31st. Eric is still in Idaho, and the verdict comes in on the trial that their civil suit verdict comes in Robert Mass' favor. So on that video, he says, yeah, they're all happy about the verdict. And he's going to actually decides to stay, instead of leaving today, he's going to stay one more day. He tells everybody he's going to fly in his family and extend the Airbnb another day. Yeah, I kid you not. So July 1st, August 1st. Now this is where everything changes, you guys. Now, I don't know what happened here.
Yeah, and he was crying about not being at home with his family. Please, Lady Kate, after you do this, will you please try to figure out if T was born in the hospital or was Betty saying L ran off and got with the man? But I think the DNA runs deeper than we know. That very well could. That I don't know if I could try to figure that out because I would literally have to have conversations with people that are involved. And at this time, I don't think that would probably be a good idea. You know what I mean? So um, but it would be good to know, Stacy. It would be like really good to know. Um, hmm. Like they could never. I'm not going to say that.
From
I got
this
to be
visit
careful sometimes.
here to August 1st, but this is a pivotal date here, August 1st.
Yeah, it was really
On
weird.
August 1st, of course, now Eric is in Idaho. He extends the Airbnb another day. He's flying in his family, okay? So he's at the Airbnb in Idaho here. And this day here is his last day, and then he will fly home. And now the zeros here, the other days that Eric is home. Well, allegedly, because he's not accounted for, and some days he is at home doing a podcast. So as you can see, just for example, out of all this is 75 days here, from beginning to end, from there to here. Out of 75 days, Eric was gone 62 out of 75 days. He was only home 13 out of those 75 days. Did you see the circles? Those are when he was home.
So 75 days. That's a lot. Whoa. Right, Mary. Some people said that Lorraine was, and it was said on a video that she was SA by a neighbor walking home from church, I believe. They know who Timmy father was. I think that they know the father is because they said that. Um, yeah, I remember Mark asking Betty. I think, yeah, Mary. I think that it was in one of Mark's videos. I could go through and try to find that for um someone that wanted it. I guess we could. I got to be careful using Mark's things because he has a different type of copyright. Like I think, but um, yeah.
Everything else, he's gone in Airbnbs. All right. Now, mind you, when he talks back about these days, he's talking he doesn't have no money. He's got $100 in his account, and his bills are probably not going to go through. Remember that when he's complaining? Anyway, so this day, August 1st, is where I see everything hitting the fan. Now remember, Eric is in the Airbnb in Idaho. He's about to fly home, but something else happens. Now I remember that date specifically, and it caught my attention. Now the reason I remember the August,
Right. That's right, Tiny. That's right. It was El Rey Ard by a guy when she was walking somewhere. I think it was to church. The guy took her in the woods. Bolin is the last name, and he is long deceased. I think Daily Mail had it too. Yeah, the chat knows a lot, so you can also ask the chat to do it. So yeah, I remember that now. You guys saying that absolutely, and I remember hearing that. But everything that we say over here is speculation. Please do your own research. Fact check everything. Fact check to make sure you even put on underwear today, okay?
first date that rang a bell with me is because I remember I did that video with their Google Street Image, which was July of this year. And then I remember they did the property cleanup on August 1st. And I thought, well, it doesn't really look much different. It really wasn't that bad on the Google Image just weeks before. So anyway, I remember seeing that, and I remember it was August 1st. So now get this.
I think she was allowed to go to the church, Kim, and I believe that's where they said, but I could be wrong. I could be wrong. Like I said, go and do your research. But I don't think Lorraine went many places, but you have to remember that was a few years ago. He's 47, I believe Timmy is. He's in his mid 40s. So I think that there was a church that they did walk to. So that it is plausible,
Excuse me, let me get this up a little bit. Patrick never told us about this, okay? until September 9th when they, and this is important. I'm going to get to this later. September 9th, Patrick is so mad. And I'm going to show you why later. Patrick is so mad that Eric, he put out this private text between them. And I don't know what it's supposed to mean, but he spills the beans a little bit.
Terry, it could be family. It could be kin. You know, I'm sure that I look like my cousins, but I know exactly who my father is. I look like an aunt actually. And she didn't have me, and I know who my mom is, and so I mean it could be, you know what I mean? Thank you very much for your super sticker. I appreciate you. I'm not going to pelvic thrust her in the middle of this. We'll do it at the end. But I see you and I appreciate you. So, I mean, it could be some kid. We don't know.
On what happened. So here's his text. Back up a little bit so you can see it.
Yeah, I seen that too, Mary.
Okay. September 9th, he puts out this because he's so mad at Eric. He puts this video or this text out. I'll read it. September 9th, and this is in the morning. I'm going to show you that later this morning that he's very mad. So he's spilling the beans of something that happened last August 1st, which he should have told us this last August 1st. So on August 1st, I tried calling Eric Carroll, and he didn't answer his phone. So I drove down to the Whitakers. When I stepped out of my truck, I started talking to Larry. The next thing I knew, BJ walked out of her camper while on the phone, and she handed Larry the phone. Now remember, supposedly BJ doesn't. She hogs the phone, right? No, that'll come up later. That was just an excuse. Everything Eric said here is going to show that he was out for BJ the whole time. Which, if you couldn't tell, yeah, he was. So anyway, so Patrick is complaining that on August 1st, Eric Carroll he was ghosting him. He wasn't answering his phone. He drove down to Whitaker's. I stepped out of my truck and started talking to Larry. The next thing I knew, BJ walked out of her camper while on the phone, and she handed Larry the phone. Larry was on the phone talking, and all of a sudden, he said, Patrick is down here. All right. So there's some inside stuff going on with Eric, BJ, and Larry. Behind the scenes, behind Patrick's back. All right. Because he's not answering Patrick's calls and texts. Everybody's ghosting him. Everybody's ghosting.
Everybody was ghosting him. Puppy Puddle, I dropped the link if you'd like just to go watch it on your own. You're more than welcome. I have to follow the terms of services on YouTube, even though that she said I could use her content, but there's a certain way you have to. I am respecting her content the best of my ability. I don't have anything over it. Okay. I'm not trying to be rude to you, but I mean, the way I read your comments, you're more than welcome to go and watch it off of her page if you don't like me stopping it. That's the best thing about YouTube. So I have to do it.
Patrick. So when he goes down there, they're all acting like, oh, well, he's here right now. So anyway, so he says, Patrick is down here. Larry handed me the phone, and I was surprised it was Eric Carroll. The whole time I was trying to get in touch with Eric Carroll, he was on. A second. He was on the phone. He was on the phone with BJ. So wrap your mind around this because this is important. The whole time I was trying to get in touch with Eric Carroll, he was on the phone with BJ. The damn real truth will come out. Will come out. Need partial proof? Here it is. Now he just wrote this like, I don't know. This was after the big breakup and everything. So here's the partial proof he's showing. Here's where it gets weird. So remember, Patrick is very angry because BJ, Larry, and Eric they're ghosting him. They got secrets of their own, okay? So Patrick writes to Eric, that doesn't look good, placating with BJ. The police already have an ongoing investigation over all this stolen copper found behind the camper yesterday, among other things.
Let me stop that. Let me stop this and put this right up here.
From the coal mines. And it shows a picture of it. Okay, so Patrick is mad. All right, he shows a picture of it. And this is on Patrick's Facebook. You can't really see in here. Maybe you can. Let's see. But anyway. I don't know if you can see, but these right here are from the phone company. I mean, from, communication center. These are very distinct copper lines, okay? And remember, August 1st, that was the day they did the property cleanup. Well, Patrick finds these copper wires, and anyway, he says it's not good talking to her because cops are already investigating these well, they're going to investigate these wires. They already got a copper investigation going on in town. So that's where this all starts, the copper thing.
The copper thing is huge, guys. I don't know if you know how big this was in that community, but that's huge. The guy that owns the place is in jail. I think he was getting out, but he's going to probably potentially lose his business. That's huge in that area. You know what I mean? He shouldn't have accepted that copper. It's against the rules.
Now that's the same day that they cleaned the property. Now remember, Eric is in Idaho still, extending a day at the Airbnb. Eric is on the phone from Idaho, secretly talking to Betty and Larry on the phone. Patrick gets mad. He finds the copper when they're cleaning when they're cleaning the property. That same day, court records show that there was a police investigation launched on that same day. After that day, Eric flies home back to Georgia, and he's home this day. All right, so he's home. Let's see, one.
Right. Yeah, I was
Two.
talking to my husband about it. Not that he's a scrapper or anything, but he just knows a lot about a lot of stuff. And he's like, yeah, it's not allowed to buy copper at these places anymore. No, it is not. You have to give ID here in West Virginia to even sell copper now. It was a huge thing. It was on the news. I mean, it was a huge thing. And I think we're going to listen, but I think we're going to listen. I'm not accusing. Everyone is innocent until proven guilty in a court of law. Everything we do over here is speculation.
2, 3, 4, 5 days later, the copper arrests start coming in.
Yes, they do. And that was also on the news in that local area. You can find the news clips to it.
The owner of the scrapyard taking in the copper, he was arrested from Woods Recycling. Somebody else was arrested that day. The very next day, BJ got arrested. Now look at this. Something's going on the phone with BJ here. Eric goes home a few days. Arrests start happening. 2 arrests here. BJ gets arrested. Eric comes back. Okay.
Hang on just a second. I just think you're just very unhappy with my channel. You know, I'm gonna make sure that everyone sees this. Why does it matter who's Timmy's dad is? Maybe for, support, maybe doesn't change a damn thing. It would have maybe if he was in a good position in his life and it was found out, maybe he could maybe take on the responsibility of a child. I hate that question. It's so damn disrespectful to Lorraine. Peace out. All right. Well, thank you for coming by. And I hope that you have a good day. Okay. There we go. Okay. So.
Remember, he comes back, tells everybody.
And if anyone has ever been assaulted or physically violated and you need help, there is a 1-800 number running in the chat by Nightbot. So please do not be afraid to seek help if you need to be. I am not here to disrespect anybody, and any trauma that they've ever seen. It was talked about years ago by Mark. It's not a secret. I did not release any information that has not been released before. And I hope that everyone that has their panties twisted and have, shoved up in their ass crack has a good day.
BJ's arrested. She's all, bad person. And when Eric comes back, he comes back with his brother Sean. Now, I saw on a receipt, which I do have a recording of, Eric paid his brother $500 out of the pot there, out of the Whitaker money, the video money. He sent a text. I saw the text and I have the copy of it. He sent a text to Patrick saying, I'm bringing my brother, and I gave him $500 out of the account. So he comes back with his brother Sean, okay? Everybody's getting arrested over this copper, and Eric now, BJ's in jail, everybody. So the same day BJ got in jail, Eric comes back. All right, lots of coincidences in here. Eric comes back as soon as BJ's in jail. He's flying on the way back. All right, now he's at the Airbnb, and he picks up Timmy. He wants to go have Timmy at the Airbnb. And he's going places, buying, as in his words, just spoiling that kid, just spoiling him. Okay, so he's all this. Now that the owner of the...
You never know. You never know. That the puddles are getting deep.
Recycling, there's 2 different dates. The news says one, but the courts say another. But anyway, nonetheless, he's in jail. So people, there's, 5, 6, 7 arrests. Okay, all these people are going into jail, including the guy that owns the scrapyard. And one of the guys was on parole he just got out of the federal penitentiary. So he's got like a $300,000 bond. A couple of them had a $300,000 bond. Anyway, so everybody goes to jail. In the meantime, Eric is having a good old time with at the Airbnb with his brother and with Timmy, doing all these videos. All right, Timmy at the Airbnb. Now, come Monday, people start bonding out. Okay, the owner of the Woods Recycling plant, who had a $300,000 bond, he bailed out. And I think he paid $5,000. I'm not sure. Russell, this other guy, he had a $300,000 bond. He got arrested. So one's getting out, another one's going in. There was just so many people getting arrested there. And but the owner of the scrapyard got out. They did that, and they're doing videos, they're doing lives. This is a live with the Whitakers at this time, and then it's funny because he dropped off Timmy at home, and the very next day, well, he went.
Right. So let me answer the questions here. It says, why is Betty letting... This is for commentary. If you would like to watch the whole video, we dropped the link in the chat. You're more than welcome to exit this live and go to her live and watch it all. This is a discussing of the timeline. So I'm going to stop and do commentary over it. Okay, I'm not going to say it again. For the love of Jesus. Anyway, Sarah says 78 likes and 218 in chat because they're watching and they don't want to subscribe and like. That's fine with me. I don't care. All of the money they're making up the Whitaker, except the Whitakers, right? So people are like, why would Betty be letting Timmy stay with a stranger? That is I wouldn't have. So people have different ways of looking at it. Okay. People are like, well, for the money, so a lot of people have said some negative things about it. You know what I'm saying? Because it does get confusing. It really does. You have to stay with it, but we're getting to it.
Back the same time BJ got bailed out. BJ puts a $5,000 bond to get out. And so yeah, she didn't get out. Eric was trying to say that she squealed. And I'm going to put out videos showing that he's really tried framing her.
I agree with this 100%.
Getting out early because she
Hey Bobby.
Squealed and all this other stuff. No, she posted just as big as bond as the other guy. And and she's got court pending. And she already went to a court hearing already down here, and it's continued now in circuit court. I can't remember which court. So anyway, on the 14th.
Yeah, Pepper Moon, I can see that.
As soon as BJ got bailed out, I bet he did not expect that. Because from up here, Eric and Patrick are both, for some reason, something happens where they want BJ out. So anyway, BJ gets arrested. And in my opinion, I think he wanted BJ arrested from that copper behind the camper. But I think the whole town went down instead, even the guy that owns the scrapyard. And remember that video where Eric said, you guys, they kept coming to me and saying, you opened a can of worms. You have no idea how big this is. Remember that? Put that video out recently. So as soon as BJ gets bailed out of jail, Eric hightails it back to Georgia. And he's home and all
You
this
guys think that's a coincidence that when he went back to Georgia?
stuff. And then, like I said, in the meantime, people are going in, people are going out. So he goes back home to Georgia. Then, this day here, a whole lot happened on August 21st. Now, I saw Patrick say that he broke his leg on the 22nd, but no, he was in the hospital on 21st on Facebook. So, nonetheless, this day, everything happened on this day. All right, August 21st. Who knows what's going on with BJ, Patrick, and Eric, okay? Who knows what's going on with those three? But Patrick and Eric were very, very angry when BJ got bailed out. I got a lot of clips on that. Furious at Larry that he bailed BJ out. So Eric wanted her in jail when she got arrested here. He wanted her staying in jail, and he was probably shocked when she got out, and he hightailed it back to Georgia. So anyway, he comes back. Now, this is the day Eric broke his leg. Now, he was supposed to have Ray at the doctor, but instead he went to some, I don't know, mud rally or festival or something and broke his leg. And so he broke his leg. Now, this same...
Too much, Mama. I think Eric may have been scared that the scrappers were coming for him. Remember, he said he was getting threats. Yes. Probably about drawing attention to that. Yes. Let me tell you what, if City Slicker, that's their reference to him. If City Slicker, Mr. Eric, shows up and starts, and they think that people are ratting them out, he's probably not too welcome in that area. You got to think about it. It's a small town. People look out for each other. All right. And now you have done some shit in their opinion and their minds. So, yes, too much, Mom. Absolutely. That's where my mind was going as well. No facts on it. My opinion, speculation.
Tonight, I'm going to be doing a video on this. Larry stole the gas. Okay. Larry stole the gas. Eric comes back. And remember, Larry comes back. Emergency. Eric broke his leg. I got to come back and help him. By the way, he didn't help him at all. Patrick had a bunch of people there. I don't know. Eric even commented how many people Patrick had around taking care of him. So why did Eric have to rush back from Georgia? Oh, because Timmy needs him and all this other bullcrap. So he rushes back to Odd again, back to the Whitakers, more B&Bs. And that night is the night that Larry got caught stealing the gas. Remember that? Now, they use that to blackmail him. Eric comes back. It just was all too handy. And I even have a clip of them saying that, wow, I mean, it couldn't happen at a better time for Eric and Patrick because they needed something against Larry. And him stealing that gas, I'm going to do a whole video about it. I did a video about it, but anyway, I want to redo it. But I'm going to show the video about how they started. This was perfect for them to start blackmailing Larry. Because, anyway, so while Eric is back, he's bringing the Whitakers to movies. You know, remember the first time the movies and all that crap. And just making videos and all that. Airbnb, he had a... So,
hey, Donna.
Once people got arrested, this is where Eric started getting all
Rhonda.
Squirrely, where he thinks people are chasing him and looking for him and stuff. So he had an Airbnb here, but remember him and Timmy, and the brother and Timmy, they had to suddenly actually no, this trip he did not have his brother. This trip he came back and remember he said he had to leave the Airbnb because it had a weird smell. Well, I got a lot of clips and videos I'm going to be putting out after I get this timeline out here. So when I put the videos out, you're going to know what I'm talking about. So Eric, of course, he rushes back for the broken leg. Larry steals the gas from Patrick. Patrick's in the hospital, all that stuff. Patrick's in the hospital all the way until over here. So Patrick was in the hospital several days. Okay, so Eric is here with Patrick in the hospital. Larry's stealing the gas. Now he's got something to blackmail him. So he's making these videos and everything. But remember, he said he left because of the bad smell at one of them. And no, he said a weird smell or something at one of the Airbnbs and had to rush and go to another one. But later on that video where I said it's got some weird stories. Remember, he said he kept going Airbnb to Airbnb, and they kept finding him. Okay, so he's making excuses why he has to keep going to different Airbnbs instead of just going home. But anyway, so on the 23rd, he said it had a bad smell and all that stuff. Anyway, so he makes a 10-hour trip home. So now he goes home for one day. All right. I'm pretty sure he did a podcast, but on this day, he told everybody that his buddies,
Oh, now I see it's a paintbrush. I usually watch stuff on my phone and not my computer. And I was like, oh my God, Patrick dropped a side by side on his leg after he flipped. Right. So it wasn't a mosh pit at the bluegrass. It was him on a side by side. And 3 months for these douchebags to run. I know. That's what I'm saying. And he was gone for most of it. And oh my, like this lays it out. So like everyone's going to have their own perspective, okay, of what happened, and they're going to see it through their own lens, okay. But the so quickly, this freaking unraveled. In my opinion, two $50,000 cars pulled up to Betty's that Eric speaks of. Those were people involved in that copper investigation. They probably knew who. I'm telling you, you cannot go into a Mr. City Boy Eric could not go into this area and start running his mouth. He's put a bullseye on her back, and he's trying to say that she snitched. But who really snitched? I don't know. I'm not accusing of anyone snitching, but a story tells itself, in my opinion. In my opinion. Jaylen, welcome in. We don't have many rules in here. We don't talk about other content creators. We are nice, and we're very, very low budget.
let's see, that I think it was this day that he told everybody about his friends coming in for the Amish, visiting the Amish. It was this day. So this day
Right?
everything's fine.
Huh? Was that on? Because I watched the video when he came back for that day. He did do a dad's talk podcast, and it was just talking about. So then he was starting to bring the Whitakers over to his dad talks podcast. Okay, you don't believe me? I got the video.
He's doing a dad podcast. He's finally at home, and something happened here. Now, during the time that Eric was home these days, right before Eric broke his leg, when he's home during these days, I have video of him saying he had 2 fights over the phone with. Now later, he doesn't tell us about even talking to BJ until here. At the very last couple of videos, he said he had fights with BJ. Around here somewhere, he said BJ asked for $300 on the phone and he hung up or she hung up. Okay, guys, but there's more than that $300. There was fighting going on between Eric and BJ for quite a while. What it was about, I don't know. But on this day, remember, July 31st, he was fighting. He was avoiding Patrick. Eric was avoiding Patrick. Everybody was avoiding Patrick because Eric, BJ, and Larry were in cahoots, and they wouldn't answer.
So here's the video that she's talking about. I'll share it with you guys. I'll share this instead. Dad Talk Today show. This was August the 24th. Right here. It's on his Dad Talk Live. Fun, random, and unfiltered podcast. So you know that they're talking about the Whitakers. I'll show it.
He doesn't just do that with the Whitakers. He's got drug addicts and people, schizophrenia. You name
it. The no judgment zone.
No judgment. I turn the camera on and I show you who these people are.
There you go. So there's that. Okay. So he did go back, and there's the receipt for that.
Phone. Patrick came down and he got mad. And he showed that wire. All right. Now the wire is phone wire like this. Now you see these tubes? Remember the tubes I showed you in that picture? This is the wire inside of it. And you have to like throw this in a fire and melt all that plastic casing off. But there's only one place that you can get this wire, and it's from the phone company. So there's no legal way anybody can own this wire. No legal way. Phone company doesn't sell it, nothing. So if you have this wire, you stole it from the phone company or the communication center.
Saying.
See these tubes? Remember that? That's the tubes in the picture with these copper things.
Right. Exactly, tragic. He had Timmy calling his mom grandma. I'm saying that my whole thing, I'm still blown out of the water that he had access to call the APS and just tell her what she about to do. Come on out here and tell these people, like, who the hell are you? That's scary to me. Okay. Unbelievable.
Like I said, all these people got arrested. The owner of the scrapyard, a guy that was on federal parole, 5 other people. All right, lots of them. See those tubes? That's what that wire is in. That was behind BJ's camper. So I don't know who turned it into the cops, but the same day, exact same day, August 1st, is the day that the police, if you go back on the court records, that's the day the case opened for investigating the coppers. So somebody called the police on this day and turned in that wire. Patrick, Eric, I don't know. But like I said, BJ got arrested. Actually, the other people got arrested first. The owner of the scrapyard and some other guy. BJ got arrested. A bunch of other people are getting arrested. BJ bailed out. The owner of the scrapyard bailed out. And these people, these are really high bails. And so, and you guys, there's a bunch of people that are in jail. They just can't get out. The guy in federal parole. Wow. I mean, you talk about these people are all in serious trouble.
Yeah,
So,
this is serious.
BJ got bailed out, and that's when Eric hightailed it home. But when Eric left, BJ got bailed out. Eric went back to Georgia. And during this time, Eric is admitted to, during this time, having at least 2 arguments with BJ over the phone over money. All right? 2 arguments at least over the phone when he went back after BJ got out. She's calling him, and they're arguing, or they're calling each other, arguing about money. This is the day that Eric came back, rushing back because,
thanks, Jalen,
well,
for coming
whatever.
in, honey.
He's got to be with Timmy. And, you know, of course, Patrick broke his leg.
Yes, holler hoochie, Terry. See you. I look. We're the holler hoochies over here.
Larry steals the gas and all that. So Eric goes back home. And as far as he's telling the public, as of this day right here, because didn't you guys notice? Didn't you notice that everything was fine up till here? Listen,
yes.
he's been with the family personally since the end of June. All these videos, spending days with them, and then he came back here, more days with the Whitakers, all these days, everything's fine, hunky-dory, hunky-dandy. And he's even telling on his podcast that they're a loving family, they're great. He just saw no abuse up here. He said on his podcast right up to around here that they're a loving family. BJ's BJ, just leave her alone because...
Yeah, Eric will buy her chair off of the damn marketplace because you threw it away. All of the things, right? All of the things. Now shit's getting deep because somebody, in my opinion, allegedly, somebody done told on somebody. Ooh, and they motherfuckers are bailing out. I got to run.
It is Larry's daughter, and he loves her, and just leave her alone. Remember that? Overnight,
James,
this changed because there's a bunch of argument with Eric and BJ. He comes back for a couple days, hightails it back. We all think everything's fine. Now this is where everything changed on June 24th. Now people are getting back out of jail. A couple people, most are still in, but this is where everything changed overnight, right here. Because I thought, wait a minute, I kept going back over the videos, and I think he took a couple down. I kept thinking, wait a minute, how did everything go overnight? Because here he's saying leave BJ alone. It's her, it's
the whole time that he was up in tragic. Good point. The whole time that he was doing his previous project, in the month that he was in the Airbnbs in Idaho, okay, he's getting his 33%. Don't just keep that in mind, folks. Okay. Then he comes in here and he's going to start running the show. Yeah, well, 100% in reality now. Absolutely. She did a great job, in my opinion.
It's her dad and all that crap. Anyway, overnight, he claims here's where everything changed. Now look at, he's been in the picture all the way from June. Okay, supposedly knows the Whitakers, all these Airbnbs, and it isn't until here that there's a problem with BJ that we know. All of a sudden, overnight, BJ's bad, and he goes home one day. Eric does.
I think, Stacy, whenever people ask questions, I think sometimes people, if it seems like it could be towards someone in the chat or myself, people get a little defensive, but don't feel like you can ask questions in here, because we're all adults at the end of the day. If that's just the way it is. So don't feel uncomfortable. We always agree to disagree because we learn. That's how we learn from each other. All right.
Next thing, he's in the vehicle, rushing back, claims that Betty needs
Right,
BJ out
man?
right now. They want a restraining order. They won't give Betty the phone. They won't give Larry the phone. So again, they're not answering the phone. He's mad. They're not answering the phone. And when they are answering the phone, they're not saying anything. So he thinks it's an emergency. He's got to rush back. So then he somehow this day he's leaves Georgia, goes back. Now you guys, all of a sudden it's emergency. Remember that? Overnight, all of a sudden,
Yeah.
we got to get BJ out of here. Got to get a restraining order. Got to get an eviction notice. Remember, overnight. So Betty was a no-show. So he tells Betty she has to go to get a restraining order, and Betty wasn't around. So Eric got mad and called APS. Eric had an appointment says, now mind you, this day right here on Dad Talk or whatever it was, he said, oh yeah, everybody, I'm going to go back to the Whitakers tomorrow. I got an appointment tomorrow with Robert Dunlap to make a trust for the Whitakers' money. Well, tonight, Patrick said on some live stream that people called that Robert Dunlap and there was no appointment. There's nothing. But anyway, so here he said that he had an appointment this day to make at Robert Dunlap for that trust. Well, he's mad because Betty doesn't want to get a restraining order on BJ for no reason. All right. So because yesterday everything is fine. Now today he's back there flying down the freeway telling everybody it's emergency. We got to get her out.
Yeah, because like Tragic said, the grandson came over and said, hey, heads up. Somebody trying to do this, that, and the other with the family. The grandson, see, they have kinfolk around there, city boy, and they may not like what you're putting down. They didn't like what you was putting down on the public platform. So they're like, hey, Betty, come ride with us. We're going to take you where there's Wi-Fi. Because remember, Betty has no Wi-Fi at her house to even know what's being shown. Think about that, guys. Just seriously. So they're internet sensations, but they have no fucking Wi-Fi. That shit blows me away.
Got to get her out. So here we are. Everything is fine. They're having a picnic and all this other stuff. And here he is. This is that day. He's flying back.
Yeah, that's
big
right,
emergency.
Tragic.
Big emergency. Oh, look, you guys. Now he starts demonizing BJ. We got to get her out of here. She's beating the crap out of Timmy. All these problems. We got to rescue Timmy. Hashtag save Timmy. BJ bad. So it starts demonizing her. And this is for the first time, you guys. First time. It's been there for months. Never saw anything wrong with the house. That bad, he said. Before that. BJ was fine. It's Larry's daughter. Leave her alone. She lives there too. Overnight, it's showing her mugshot, showing the boyfriend with just a campaign to demonize BJ. Then he takes Timmy to the Airbnb and all this other crap. All right. So before that, everything's fine. Then overnight, it's a big emergency to get rid of BJ. Start demonizing her. This BJ is a perfect fall guy. So this day, Eric doesn't get what he wants, so he calls Adult Protection Agency and says Betty won't do what I say and get a restraining order. So the next day, he brings Larry in for the restraining order. He blackmails Larry in, which I'm coming out with the videos about him blackmailing Larry all the time.
Allegedly, and from our observation.
He blackmailed Larry to get the restraining order, and all the times that he threatened, coerced, and bribed Betty to get the restraining order. So remember, it was hell or high water, get this restraining order. All right, get Betty out of there. Don't talk to her. You can't talk to her on the phone. She can't talk to you. You'll all be arrested if you talk to each other. All right, big emergency. Came back. Betty was served, BJ, on this day, the 26th. Just that fast, Eric has got BJ served with a 30-day eviction notice, and he went live about it. Then entered Dwayne. So that's when Dwayne comes in.
Okay, let me said no, Larry and Eric did. Okay, so put in there what was a mistake, Florida life. Okay, Sunnyside, thank you, honey. Pindar, they all had was family. He didn't get that right. I'm thinking so.
Right. Now, Patrick is just getting out of the hospital that day. That's when his buddy Dwayne comes in, and Dwayne is blocking comments because people got questions like, what the hell? He had to call in Dwayne. Because how do you explain 2 days ago everything's fine now? Yesterday you come flying back from Georgia and there's restraining orders, eviction notices, and all this other stuff. You know what I mean? And he seemed to know a whole lot about that copper case, didn't he? Anyway, so the next day he gets this temporary restraining order. And he knows darn well what day it is. All right. So then he can breathe, he said. His friends come in. Eric brings his friends. They all fly in from different places. And he's got, and then this day right here on the 28th of August, Eric Carroll has full
Absolutely,
control of
Pindar.
all the channels, all the money and everything. And I have a video of Patrick can't even post one video anymore because Eric is in full control of it. So now this is planned.
Absolutely.
Eric has got control of everybody. There's just one more thing. The heat is on. I don't know what happened with that copper stuff, okay? But there is something big. Remember, Eric said he was being chased. They were following him, finding him. The police were waiting at his house when he got home to talk about it, all this other stuff. Anyway, so on this day, now they're in this Airbnb, okay? They're in this Airbnb. And on this day, Patrick says, I can't post anything. You're in charge, remember? Then BJ had court that day. BJ had court because she got bailed out and she had her first court date here. And I think Eric thought for sure that she was going to be locked back up, but she wasn't. She's out on bail and she went to court and they waived the hearing and they went to circuit court. So
I in my opinion, because he was dog whistling, Cajun Girly, in my opinion, I can't verify that. I don't know, but I think so because he kept dog whistling to us and they believed him.
she's fine. She's got to wait till her court date. Her case was transferred to circuit court case and she did her court. She went to court, which is marked as safe for Eric. At least she showed up for her court date. Now, during this time, it's interesting because as soon as Patrick got out of the hospital, he said today on the live stream, on somebody else's live stream, that Eric insisted he comes to the Airbnb. Now, remember, he told us it was Patrick's idea, but Patrick said, no, he insisted I go to the Airbnb.
And do you guys remember that, right? Eric said that he needs to go over there and get himself healed up, but he then switched it saying that Patrick wanted to stay at the Airbnb. You guys remember this?
So when Patrick's at the Airbnb here, they hire somebody for with a drone to fly it and spy on the Whitakers while they're gone to see if BJ was there. All right, because remember, she got her temporary restraining order now. The restraining order meeting was here. So as of the 31st, they're at the Airbnb. This is the day that they had the new Wi-Fi put in, new TV and all that stuff. And interestingly enough, remember they were supposed to get that security guard there? Well, the security guard showed up. And during this time, the security guard is there. The security guard is telling Eric, why don't you just build the house across the street? Which is a good question.
That's what they're saying,
He's saying
Pindar.
anyway, Eric did not like that security guard there. And anyway, Eric told the security guard to leave down here. We'll get to that.
That's what the rumor is. I can't verify that, but people are saying that the drone is owned by the Brian guy that's over on Facebook, but I can't verify that. So where did the money come from that paid for the Airbnb stays? I don't know. When he was in Idaho, I don't know. But whenever he was staying in Odd, that came from subscribers.
But anyway, so here we are. They're flying drones, okay, spying on the Whitakers while they're at this Airbnb. It's only 5 miles away, they said. But in the meantime, they're harassing, spying on the Whitakers, make sure BJ's not there.
Yep.
All right. So important not to have BJ there when just a week before you said it was fine. But on the 31st, that happens. Labor Day, remember, that was the day they get the TV, they had the barbecue and all that other stuff. Well, I'm going to make a video about this. I'm not even going to spoil alert that. But that day,
Bobby?
Larry was mad at Patrick, so they weren't getting along. Remember I told you that. So now they're doing a video here on September 2nd. Now this is the week of the blow up. Remember the house blew up, the Amish and all that stuff. Now, remember this whole time since he's been back, Eric has been had Timmy at the Airbnb. He's been adult protection. He's getting Timmy's birth certificate, his social security cards. He's got the adoption papers all filled out and everything else. He wants to bring Timmy back. So during this time, he's talking about bringing Timmy back to Georgia just for 2 weeks. And he was supposed to go back here I got a video of him saying that on the 6th, he's going to take Timmy home to Georgia for 2 weeks, maybe a little more, whatever. Well, tonight, Patrick said that, and I've got clips of this too. He said that one time he said on one stream that he heard Patrick heard Eric on his ring cam talking to the wife saying he's bringing Timmy home and sweet talking her and making sure that she's okay. He's bringing Timmy home. And so anyway, that's this week here. This week is everything. You think it looks like a mess on the calendar because it did. It got messy this week. So
Right, Stacy?
here we are.
He's taking his content back to Georgia, in my opinion. Absolutely. And that's just my observation. Because remember, he kept saying, I have 100 up. Oh, Lord. Yes. Right, Larry. Patrick doesn't know Brian personally, they said. Brian said he had an affair with Brian's girl in 2019. Yeah, that's what he said. Eric was hoping that if he purposely avoided the court date, B and L would have been forced to participate and say more. His plan backfired. They choose not to participate in his BS. Yep, I believe that too, because people fell in love with Timmy.
Labor Day, all right, with the TV and all that nonsense. Well, that next morning, he brought Timmy down to APS to get those papers. And I got many, many clips. I'm going to be putting out a video of this about him. He said that Adult Protection asked, Eric said that Adult Protection asked him if Eric would be interested in adopting Timmy. Yeah, I kid you not. I got that on video.
Right?
But anyway, so he brings Timmy down to the APS, okay? And he does a live stream later. And here's that post. This was the day after that Labor Day barbecue with the TV nonsense. He's ready for the day. Got a very important meeting this morning, guys. I will brief you on later. Keep us in your prayers. This is the day he brought Timmy to APS.
Yeah, look.
And
this is the day. I hate to show him. Let's go ahead and move past it because I don't want to show him on there. He's
now remember, the whole time, Betty's saying, you're trying to take Timmy away. You're trying to take Timmy away. And he's saying, no, you're crazy. I'm not trying to take Timmy away. But he was. Anyway, the heat's on, and Eric is going Airbnb to Airbnb.
No, I didn't see that. He made a video of Timmy crying before. Oh, gosh, I'm glad I did. I didn't see that.
Just weird. Anyway, I don't know if it has something to do with the copper stuff. It's just weird. It's like when they all got arrested, he came back and he was comfortable. When they all got bailed out, he left again. He's fighting on the phone with BJ over some money or something. And we didn't hear about none of this until way down here.
I think you can adopt I seen a lady, I watched a whole documentary about someone that had a child in foster care and she tried to adopt their young when she was very, very young. And that never took place. And as an adult, they reunited and she was adopted. So I think that it's a possibility. But hell, I'm not a law expert. I don't know.
He didn't tell us nothing about talking to BJ on the phone here. Didn't talk nothing about talking on the phone here. We didn't hear nothing about talking about BJ until the very end when they all got taken away. And maybe he might have told you that she asked him for $300, but that was just to make her look bad. He didn't tell us about all these conversations. So this is the day he brings him into Adult Protection. He does a live stream. Now Betty was a no-show for that APS appointment, and that enraged. It enraged Eric to the point where Eric called Adult Protection and they came down to the house and they asked him if he wants to adopt Timmy.
Bindar.
I kid you not. So they came to the house. Eric said that they're watching the videos, and that's why Eric was really showing how good he's taking care of Timmy and all that other stuff. And Eric said he was livid.
Wow. So all the video, just think about this, guys. He knows he's going to go talk to APS. So the week before, he takes Timmy into the Airbnb, has him all cleaned up, doing whatever Timmy wants. So do you guys not see why people would think this? Why didn't he take the whole family?
When Betty didn't show up, because Betty said, "You're trying to take Timmy." He said, "No, I'm not," but he was.
Well, I'm sure she did.
So the 3rd on Wednesday, now mind you, when they went to the temporary restraining order here on the 27th, they gave him the court date for the 4th. So funny, Eric can make it to everything but that. So on the 3rd, Eric's friends fly in. Okay, Douche and Robert fly in from different states, and I just noticed this, and I videotaped. I have a clip of it. He said they were going to North Carolina and taking Timmy with them. So they took Timmy to North Carolina and came back or whatever. And then instead of going to restraining order the next day, him and his 2 friends went out to meet the Amish. And I guess there was a 4th friend too that we never heard of. Then Friday.
But Mama Bear can put in the chat in the city or whatever. The killer lyrics. Tenacity, you guys are. Can someone send me Lady K's email? I have an important screenshot of bombshell info that got a little wrong. Got you. Yeah, for sure.
Or Thursday, the 4th, when the restraining order happened, Eric was off with his friends visiting the Amish. So Eric is off with the Amish. And now get
Exactly,
this.
Rake's
I'll
funny
probably do a
farm.
separate video on this. But on this day, Eric missed the restraining order, and BJ returned home, of course, because she can. It's her home and it's legal. So on the 5th, Eric comes back. He turns back. He's got his friends with him. And that's the day he blew up on the porch and said the deal is off. Now he just went to the records place, okay? And he said it was a no-go and all that because of the land, but somehow he came back with surveying of pictures of the land, and he's still checking it out, even though he knows darn well they don't own it. Now today on a live stream, it's funny because Patrick said Eric knew all along, all the way from up there, that Whitakers don't own that property. He knew the whole time. They said, well, why didn't you say something? Well, he didn't, whatever.
He sure did say that, and it's on the live that we did with Patrick. No one said anything about the land. They knew. And also, I have other documentation that was sent to me that they absolutely knew, along all the way down to like the little acres, and I mean a detailed information that was given to them, and they responded. I cannot share it because the person asked me do not do it, and I'm going to respect that. But I seen it for myself. I'm like, oh.
He said when he started pushing for the house on land they don't own, that's when they started having their falling out, according to Patrick. So this is the day everything fell through. BJ's
yes. Keep in mind, sometimes we get things scrambled. You can't take anything as a 100% fact. Everything over here is speculation and subject to change at any given time.
back. So now the deal is off, even though Eric, and guess what? Remember, he blamed Betty for canceling it and all that. He said it was this day, all this. Eric couldn't keep it straight, blaming Betty. Now everybody thinks Betty did it. Well, guess what? His own friend, Dwayne, on his video, his timeline video, guess what? He said, yeah, well, Eric forgot it was on the 4th, so what? She could have gotten a ride from somebody else. So his buddy Dwayne, his own buddy, admitted that Eric knew it was on the 4th and forgot because he was trying to get the house for the Whitakers. And somebody else could have done it. Why didn't somebody else bring her? Larry knows how to drive. Eric was too busy trying to get him the house that he promised. So anyway, Dwayne fully admits that Eric knew it was this day and forgot. I'll do a video on that later too. So this day here, this is the day, the 6th. Eric was supposed to bring Timmy home. Remember, he kept saying, I told Lorraine we're going to call every day. And they said, no, just call once a week. He said, oh, we'll call. Remember, so that's the day they were supposed to go home. Now, that morning, Patrick got kicked out of the Airbnb. And he asked the guy, is there any other? And the landlord said, no, you got to go. So early, 7 o'clock in the morning, Patrick left there. And that's the day that Eric said that Patrick trashed the Airbnb. And that's a whole nother story. So then the 7th comes and the 8th comes. This is the day they all got taken away, you guys. September 8th, the Monday after. Now think about this. I don't want my phone to shut off because I don't have memory, so I'm going to wrap this up. I'm making little videos about this. So I'll get to that in another video. But he said, okay, so on the 5th, everything fell, Friday the 5th, the deal's off because of the restraining order got canceled, which it didn't. All right, now
Right,
Monday, Timmy, everybody gets taken away. This is the day that, according to Patrick said that the security guard that was sitting there in his camper up at Patrick's told Patrick that Eric just came up and told him to get off the property, get out of here. The cops are coming. They're going to arrest Patrick for some sexual crime. And so the security guy got out of there, and
yeah, I mean, anything's possible, but he still hasn't dropped that footage. We want to see the footage.
They didn't arrest Patrick. They came and took.
Because he told the security guard that he was going to be arrested. Okay, so let me back that up 5 seconds so we can hear it.
There, and so the security guy got out of there, and they didn't arrest Patrick. They came and took. Timmy, Lorraine, and Ray. So that morning, Eric showed up at the security guard scamper parked at Patrick's house and said, "Get out of here. Cops are coming and Patrick's going to get arrested for some sex crime." So the security guard got out of there, and that's the day that they got. And guess what happened else this day? Eric already had emergency custody papers.
Right, Patrick claims that he needed to turn back around. Right. We'll go back and we can pull that footage too, exactly what Patrick said, because it was on my channel. So we'll have to go and find the timestamp on that. So, you know, because he did say that he never actually got set in, right? That's what we heard, right?
Ready to get to he filed emergency custody order for Timmy. He was supposed to take him home on the 6th. It was all planned. He didn't get him on the 6th, especially with the house falling through. So anyway, he's filing emergency papers. He knows they're there ahead of time. He knows they're coming before they got there. He told this guy to get out of there. The next day was Eric's last live stream, okay? He blamed Betty and BJ and Larry and everybody for APS taking everybody. This day, so then he goes back home. Finally, he's back home. Anyway, he says that when he gets home this night at midnight, the cops are waiting for him. Yep. Oh. And this day right here is when Patrick put out that text about the copper thing. So I don't know what's going on there. Then Ernie Evans came in. Ernie Evans left for Patrick. Airbnb, Patrick texted Airbnb people. They never text back. He wants proof. Anyway, and here's where the police opened up the investigation for fraud. So as you can see, out of 75 days from when Eric came in the picture to here was 75 days. Out of these 75 days, Eric had 62 Airbnbs, 62 nights in Airbnbs. And he's claiming he only had $100 in his pocket. 62 nights in very large homes. Anyway, so I'll be doing videos filling you in on all these things I just told you. And I hope that wasn't too overwhelming.
So that was very interesting how she broke it all down. So I did check the email and I'll get back with you guys. I'm going to put everybody in like a group text so we can all communicate if that's okay. If you do not want to be put in a group text, let me know so we can all just communicate, because it'll be hard to try to answer everybody's email. But so we can see how we want to do this. And then I can provide you links so we can go behind the scenes on the StreamYard without it being recorded or anything. So we can like come up with a game plan. Okay. So we can come up with a game plan how we're going to do this. But yes, this video was very interesting to me. Ed, I'm like, whoa. All right. For a guy who advocated for dad's rights, he doesn't spend a lot of time with this baby. Hey, Gotham Knight. Good to see you. Yeah, that's crazy, right? That's crazy. But the link to her channel is been dropped in the chat. Make sure that you go over there and subscribe and like to her stuff. At least, even if you don't like her stuff, she did put in the work. You got to give credit where credit is due, right? So, very interesting. So what we want to do is go a little deeper with this. We need to pull the footages. We need to do all that. Wait a minute. I heard the supposed call between Eric and APS, and Timmy was mentioned in it. As far as Timmy with Eric and Patrick, but what about Ray and Lorraine? Was that mentioned? No, I played the video I did play that video. Was never mentioned about Ray and Lorraine. In my opinion, like we've been saying, in my opinion, I think it has been very obvious of who they like to make the content with, and that was Timmy. And I think he was, in my opinion, he was wanting to put lock on Timmy, meaning custody, whatever. I live in a small town, less than 20,000 people. We know 5 of each other's family. If an Eric or tried to march into our valley, they would all end up crab bait. I'm telling you, whenever you try to go down there and you start ratting people out and you're not from there, I mean, come on, man. Woo! And we all have garbage bags and boats. Oh, Lord Jesus. I don't know what you did, Cryptic. I didn't see it. Oh, Well, actually, that hotel was a claim he stayed at a hotel part of the time too. Yeah, still actually Airbnbs are cheaper than motels, it seems like. That's where he wanted to split custody. Timmy with him, Lorena and Ray with Patrick. Yes. I have a video of him saying he takes Timmy because he's easiest. I remember that too. Wow. Wow. Right? I remember that too. That's why, we got to do some work behind the scenes, ladies and gentlemen, to compile it all together in one format. You know what I'm saying? But it's not, I can't do it by myself and keep my sanity and keep myself together and do what I have to do in my daily life. I'm going to help, but I think if I get a few people that can help me do all this and we can create it, it'll be helpful. For what reason? Just because we need it, like it outlined, right? With the videos, with everything. So that's just my opinion. Um, I don't know how everybody's feeling about Brian. I did watch his videos from the other night stating that, he's got to tape the Whitakers because they're going to need things. And if he goes silent, then that will be done silent too. He said when he was done making content, he said he can give Timmy a sandwich and tell him, right? I seen that. I was like, so whenever he's done making content and giving him, like, just go over there, just go over there. I seen that too. I'm like, what the hell? Like, you don't even treat kids like that. Okay. Just crazy. Eric also mentioned him keeping Timmy 30 days, then Patrick keeping him. Right. I heard that too, Don, in the thing. I didn't see it, Mr. Cryptic. I'm sorry. I thought I was doing better with the chat today because I did quit being, a lazy person on YouTube and opened up the Google Chromebook along with this so I can go back and forth. Two screens. Someone was like, you're going to love two screens. It's a lot easier. Actually, it is. But my two screens means Google Chromebook and a laptop working together. So I thought, but sometimes the damn chat gets to going so fast that I just simply can't keep up. I just simply can't keep up. Right? Let's go deeper in the rabbit. I'm telling you. So I did get your guys' emails. And someone said, okay, this is the image. I'm going to share this because she wanted to clear it up, and I want to make sure we clear it up too. Let me go back down here. Let's see if I can. So I want to share this to the screen so we can clear it up. Where there was a mistake, and that's okay. We're all human. We're gonna be subject to error. So and it's okay. Do you do phenomenal work, and it's hugely appreciated. The only thing I think is different is that Eric told the security guy on August 1st that Patrick was going to be arrested for SA, and Eric had this plan to get Timmy away from Patrick since at least August 1st. This is per Patrick reading the email or text from that guy when he was asked on the 18th why he never ended up showing up. Right. And that's what he talked about on my stream. He then went on to read the text between them from September 31st and August 1st, where the guy actually arrived in Beckley and was supposed to be heading over, but Eric went behind Patrick's back and scared him off. Exactly. That's what he said on our stream that we had with asking questions with Patrick, So I believe that. Oh shit, I didn't add it to stage. I'm crazy. See, look at me thinking I was doing good, and then bam, here we go again. So here is that message that she did leave for Kathy from Curious Deep Dive. But yeah, I remember that too. It was on. It's in the video where Patrick talks. He does talk about the security guard. I think he said it was the second he ran him off. That's when he was on with the apps. Yes, I remember it. I remember that. If Patrick hadn't broke his leg, he couldn't do anything. Does anyone think all this? I don't know. I would want to think so, M. Johnson. I mean, I don't know. I just don't know. For some reason, I don't know. I don't know. I really don't know. What did Kim say? Let me go back up. If I can, this thing won't let me go up. Uh, so I didn't see what Kim. That wasn't dirt. It was muddy water. I am not seeing. It wasn't actually. It was actually watered down. We do that around here, and there were two other people doing it. Oh, I think you guys are talking about. Okay, thank you, Pepper Moon. Yeah, she does great work. She takes the time and like really researches the stuff. Now, we're all subject to error and we'll correct it. I'm sure she would too if we're got a timeline and that's why when we do our thing, oh Lord Jesus. I'm going to tell you what. I suck at the typing and all that, okay? Every time I see Lady K's email, Addie typed out. You just said she just said that. Yes, I appreciate her stuff, and she did mention that hey, it's fair use. But I still want to show. I don't like to chop. Let me tell you guys, everyone gets mad because I chop up what people say by stopping and starting. It annoys me too. It annoys me too. But it's not fair for me just to run it straight through without giving commentary because that's not what YouTube's TOS requires you to do. I hate to do it because you take the time to do the video and here I am chopping it all to hell like a freaking steak on Sunday, right? That's not fair, but I have to. I hate it, but I don't want to get into trouble. But I also want to show the other content creator respect. I get why people get frustrated. Where is she? Girl, brutally honest, we've been looking for you for the whole damn week, and you finally look at what the cat drug in. You have to stick around. Okay, so anyone that's here for just the Whitaker content, we're going to these clip channels just run straight through video at risk from YouTube. Yeah, you gotta read, you gotta do it. I don't want to be an asshole. Brutally honest, you better stick around. So I'm gonna get with the people in the email. Give me at least 24 hours to do it. Today's Sunday. I have dinner. We have steak night every Sunday here with my husband, and he's noticed that I'm looking a little tired, so I have to be easy, or he's gonna pull me off the internet, guy. He's gonna pull me off the internet for a week or so. Oh, and I want to mention to you, I have to call in for jury duty this evening. If I have jury duty, I may not be on here like normal until I'm done with jury duty. But I'm going to fulfill my civic duty, and I'm calling in this evening to see if I have jury duty for tomorrow. So I have to do what the damn paperwork says. But I will make a quick video to let you guys know, hey, I'll be gone all days. And the days I won't be here, I have jury duty. Okay. So right now, brutally honest, what did she say? I'm not getting my notifications. I restarted and everything. Damn it. I know. I don't, because I've been mass struck. I've been mass struck and it affects your guys' notifications. It affects me in the algorithm because I've been struck. Okay. So we have to go over here to our thing that we have created. So if you're only here for Whitaker content, you may want to exit now. If you would like to stick around for a good freaking laugh, we have a present for Brutally Honest. I told her I did not get I did not give up on her and I did not forget about her. I hate when people think that I don't do what I say I'm going to do, but it takes me a minute. I have a lot of things on my plate. I'm a one woman show over here. I sent an email for, okay, good. All right, you poor thing. I get out every chance I get. Are you talking about me, baby? About my, man, let me tell you what's going to happen, Tragic. Here's what I'm thinking. Here's what I'm thinking. What if it's like a really serious freaking crime? And guess what I get to do? I get to be on the jury. And then we'll have all the deets, right? I'm so excited. I'm so excited. Okay, so let me get to it here. So how do I, now I don't even know how I'm going to find it. I have to go look it up. I think it's under because I haven't been back over there. Okay. So it should just let me sign in, right, Lies? guys. I said lies. Okay, so here, I think it should just let me sign back in. And we paid big bucks for this, lady. We all came together. We all put in our pennies just for you. Okay, so but now it's going to be, where do we find it? Where do we find I don't know how to navigate this thing. So, we need to know how to find it. Does anyone know where I can find it? I'm going to share this to you guys so you guys can help me because I don't know anything about this. Okay. Careful what you wish for, Jury. You can lie. Oh, really, James? Oh, well, I don't want it to be life altering. I just want to go. I want all the tea. I want all the tea. Okay. That's all I want. I want all the tea. So, how do you find what you've already done? And would it be over in here? No. We saved it, didn't we? I need help. Uh, Songs would have not, they don't show me my songs. What was it right? Well, that would be terrible if it wasn't. I'm going to be so pissed off. It was saved on your computer. I thought I downloaded it, but unfortunately, it looks like I only downloaded studio. Maybe it's in the studio. How do we get to studio? We're going to studio. Yeah, I looked at playlist. Wouldn't that be it? And then it, for some reason, remember, it gave us like this. I think I see it right here. Okay, that is not it. I don't know who that is. We never made a song about some peaches and stuff. I'm going to read the chat. Wi-Fi is glitching. Oh, don't you dare. She may have to go back to the live and hear it. Oh, that's a good idea. We're going to go back to the live. That'll be easier. That'll be easier. Good thinking. You guys are so damn smart. Why am I not that smart? Okay, we're just going to go back to yes. That's what we're going to do. That's what we're fixing to do. But she's going to hear it. She's going to hear us all laugh and carry on. That's the easiest way, honey, because I don't know how to navigate this. Okay, go to my home. I'm a one woman band over here, and I'm not real good. So, you're going to go see a band, and it's like, man, that band totally sucked. That's me. Oh, James Smith, right? Ding, 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 ding. Lord Jesus, help us. Okay, so it'll be a live video. Okay, and we just had it Friday. All right, we're going to skip through it, bring it up. This is my content. I don't have to do anything over it. I know it had so many views. I'm like, oh, these people are going to think we're nuts. But we are, and it's okay. So share the screen. Okay. We're supposed to be having a dinner date, and this is how our dinner dates go. Okay. Just to let you know. Okay, let me take that off. I don't know why. Who got stuck? Okay. Somebody got stuck up in there. Sorry. My bad. All right, so we'll skip through this. It was like, I know it was like, why'd I have a warning? Oh, I know why. Because we just did it then. Okay, it's gonna start right here. Hang on, let me make sure I'm sharing it. Is everything good? Okay, everything's good. Everything's great. Okay, is Brutally Honest still in here? Okay, here we go. The lyrics. Suck it, Tash. We'll find it. Where we were creating the lyrics at the time. So we'll scoot on over. Why is
but he's still strutting through town.
I thought it's not a whole song.
Cooter Brown, the three-leg cat, used to roam the town.
Oh, well, maybe this is a full song.
Cooter Brown, a three-legged cat, used to roam the town. Tail held high, never backed down, but the vet came around, off with his balls and this and his legged. Cooter Brown, a three-legged cat, used to roam the town. Tail held high, never backed down, but the vet came around, off with his balls and this and his legged.
I do not know why it's saying missing his legged. Why does it say missing his legged?
Cooter Brown, a three-legged cat, used to roam the town. Tail held high, never backed down, but the vet came around, off with his balls and missing his legged. Oh, we're missing his legged. Oh, we're missing his legged. Oh, we're missing his legged.
I don't know why. I had typed in leggings. I don't know why I typed in leggings, or maybe auto corrected me. I don't know. But I was kept saying leggings. But hopefully it plays that we play the opera. It's fucking hilarious. It even sounds better today. I know it. It's we can't have missing his leg. I cracked my it wrong. Just idiot. I'm an idiot. $1 for this shit. Okay, we got to use all whatever song you want me to write. Oh, we can write one about we play an opera version. It's fucking okay. Awesome. We go back and fix legging when we put leg.
Cooter Brown, a three-legged cat, used to roam the town, tail held high. Chasing the girls all night, but the vet came around and took his balls. But he's still strutting through town.
Oh my gosh. Okay. We got to pick one. We got to send it to
Chasing the girls all night, but the vet came around and took his ball. But he is still strutting through town.
Okay, we're deaf. This is our friend Brutally Honest Cat. She said that we are teasing her gonna make because she's told us about her doggone cat. Her cat's name is Cooter Brown. Got his balls caught off, and he was missing a leg. And that sounds exactly like a country song to me. So I'm like, we're making a song of this. Oh, we can publish. What does that even mean? Oh, I think I published it. I think I did publish it. I guess we're publishing this bad boy. Just gotta figure out how to use this. Sorry, guys. I don't know what that means, but we did her. So let's get the opera one is fantastic. Bed bugs. I'm gonna say, but it's about started here. Oh, did we miss the bed bugs? We got to hear the bed bugs, or not the bed bugs, but the you're like messing around. The opera. We got to hear the opera one. It is freaking fabulous. I'm just typing. That's why I'm going fast. We did play an opera one, right? What is typing? We about forgot one major part. It better be amazing. 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 Look at him. I wish that we could like see. Okay, here we go.
Cooter Brown, a three-legged cat, used to roam the town, tail held high, chasing the girls all night. But the vet came around and took his balls, but he's still strutting through town.
Well, I thought it said a whole song.
Cooter Brown, a three-legged cat, used to roam the.
This is a full song.
A three-legged cat used to roam around, off with his balls and this and his legged.
Where's the
Cooter Brown.
We can't have missing his leg. Oh Lord. Okay.
Cat used to roam the town, tail held high.
His leg.
Cooter Brown, a three-legged cat, used to roam the town, tail held high, chasing the girls all night. But the vet came around and took his ball. But he is still strutting through town.
Okay, we're definitely making one of that. I guess you have to go through there and listen. There's an opera one, and the opera was like balls. That's so funny. Okay, so now we're going to listen to our song about my mods, and that's funny. Oh, is it? I got. But remember, guys, that this was done in real time.
Some bad decisions.
Okay. Oh, what the heck's going on? You guys hear that?
Bed bugs
Oh,
and bad decisions, snacks in my bed. It was a hell of a night, I got the itchy cootie blues. My man left me 'cause of my bad bugs and bad decisions.
we need something more fast. Let's go. I don't want to lose that one. I want to put for choice. Flip it.
Cooter Brown, a three-legged
Back
cat,
to the damn cat.
used to roam the town, tail held high.
Damn it. I can't see the chat because I'm back here. I'm going. Okay, I want to go over here with you guys while I can't go over here with you guys while it plays. See, I'm getting cheated. I can't see the chat because I'm back here. I'm going on my phone. Here it is.
Bed bugs and bad decisions, snacks in my bed, it was a hell of a night. I got the itchy cootie blues, my man left me 'cause of my bed. Bugs and bad decisions, some itches you can't scratch, it's way beyond a basic
You're not right. I'm sorry. Books. Oh, they give us two. So do you want me to do it to this or do
Bugs and bad decisions, some itches you can't scratch, it's way beyond a basic rash.
That's funny. Okay.
There's
I'm gonna get to
everybody.
one of them with my mods. Maybe it's down here. But yeah, you guys got to go check it
because
out.
I paid the thing.
But we did keep our word, brutally honest, and we made your song for you because it is freaking fabulous and it's funny. And we had a great Friday night stream. And if you weren't here, anyone that wants to, if you guys want to make, like, we're going to make Christmas songs and for your grandkids, like not funny ones, or if you want a funny, however you want it to go flow, but have your stuff written out so I can type it out. Okay. Or we can brainstorm in the chat, whichever. But we'll do as many songs as we can because we got like the VIP over here. All right. So we're gonna make everybody some Christmas songs for their kids. And if you don't have grandkids or kids, then and you just want a song, let us know what you want. We'll do our best to get it for you. Okay. So I'm gonna try to find out where the mod song is. You're getting your money's worth over here. Green. I'm gonna see. That is, yeah. We have. Do I ever play it? And here, I think Mary might be. It's on. We're still typing it in there. Can I change? I'm a freaking pro. Not like now. Songs. Yeah, we didn't like that one. We like styles. Now, what do we want to do? Styles now? We're going to change it up. We're doing what? So then we'll go through and listen to our songs. I'm going to figure out how to work this thing. I'm going to say what the live is about tomorrow. Live's over, everybody. Let's turn it up. All right, after this plays, everybody, I appreciate you coming. And I will see you guys later. It's about time for me to eat, get the dinner going with my hubby, and we'll make him fix it, actually. He makes Sunday night steak night. Thank you, guys. Make sure you hit the like. We will see you guys. I'll make a video if I do have to go into a jury trial. If I have to show up, I'll let you guys know. But take care of yourself. Take care of each other out there. And enjoy my song for my beautiful mods. Peace.
Mama bear bed bugs and bad decisions. Captain Obvious, Sophia Baker, Bomb Sunnyside Mod Squad. Stand around pretty even though the pay is ditty. Witchy fingers on the trigger, these bitches gonna try to get witty. Late 8 mods got no time for those who act shitty. Who cares if they hot flash through the city? Mods are looking for the haters, working for the best creator, throwing fists later. They pelvic thrust their wrenches, dressed in blue. They're watching you, looking out for the subs with tinkle pads on. Don't forget they will pelvic thrust your ass in the dust.
All right. The tinkle pads is killing me.